This is Girard Sports Live.
Augustine sends the feed, fire three. Good!
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Brumback Service Center, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Peony, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust of Girard, Evans Motors, Exchange State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, Fort Scott Community College, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Canar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Medical Lodges Girard, Norris Outdoor, Pearls and Curls Boutique, Producers Co-op Farm Store, Producers Cooperative Association, TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance, and Westridge Assisted Living.
Off to Hanson. Hanson, he'll drive. Libya, little runner with the right hand. Good, and the foul. Libya Hanson gets the bucket and the foul.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Hey, good Tuesday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another night of high school basketball here on Girard Sports Live. The weather outside is frightful, but everything's nice and cozy and tight here inside the old gym at Riverton High School as we settle in for a CNC finale here for the Girard Trojans and the Lady Trojans. One more game after this one to close out the 2017-2018 season, and we're on to sub-state, and a win, and you are an in, losing you are out situation. Lady Trojans, Trojan men trying to finish off this regular season on a hot note as they head into those sub-state competitions. BJ Harris along with you. Next to me is Josh Lettner as we do settle in here for a girls matchup. The Girard Lady Trojans at 11-7, 3-2 in the CNC, and believe it or not, an outside chance of a chance to get a three-way tie for the CNC title. We'll talk to Coach Herlocker about that in just a little bit, but they knocked off the Colgan Panthers the other night, and were certainly their rivals. Tonight, they're Colgan Panther fans, because if the Panthers beat Galena, then the Lady Trojans get a share of the CNC title if they take care of business here tonight against the Riverton Rams. They got to that position because they had a 60-55 win on Friday night against Colgan, a game that saw Sydney Crane go off for 29 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, by the way, so all 29 of those points, almost all 29, 28 of the 29 from the field. Just unstoppable. It was a clinic at times, and then probably the best game of the season for Brittany Bailey, as she had 11 points and a really big effort in the second half to slow down Kate Riddell for the Colgan Panthers. The Lady Trojans again win here tonight, have a chance at least to win a CNC title, get a piece of it. If they and then they will close out the regular season coming up on Thursday, as the Trojans will head to Oswego to close out the year. We got a boys game coming up in just a little bit. The Riverton Rams, the Lady Rams, they have struggled at times this season as they come into this bowl game with a record of 3-15, 0-4 in the CNC. We talked to head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, as we always do, and we'll hear from him next. Here as we kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank and Trust been serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit from Crocan, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. Up next, head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crocan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you. And I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris back along with you as we settle in for a high school basketball boys and girls doubleheader tonight from Riverton as the Girard Trojans close out the CNC schedule as they take on the Rams. And joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. And Coach, what a dandy last Friday night, a great win on senior night. A game where, your seniors stepped up and played really good games, especially Sydney Crane, 29 points in that victory. It was emotional for you after the ball game. It was an emotional victory. Just kind of walk us through that game, a 60-55 win over Colgan on senior night.
It made for a very special night, and we wanted to do well. The theme of the night was, we're all seniors, and so all the kids wanted to do well for those two seniors that have had so much success in our program, and so it went really well. Early on, it made me kind of nervous, I think, because at the end of the first quarter, we played about as well as we could play, and it's 18-18. And at halftime, we played about as well as we could play, and it was 28-28. And so really the only thing that was sticking out to me was we were allowing second opportunities and different things on the glass and needed to clean that up. But overall, Colgan just, we would be in the position I'd want my kids in, and they'd still make plays. And so they got a really nice basketball team. In the second half, we had a sophomore that I challenged her at halftime, and Brittany Bailey just really stepped up in that basketball game. And, if I had to pick out one thing, obviously Sydney Crane put on just an amazing performance, getting double teamed, sometimes triple teamed at times, and to still score what she scored. But if I had to pick out one thing from the first half and to the second half where we had someone really, really step up, it'd be Brittany Bailey. She came in that second half and did a much better job defensively on the Riddell girl inside, and then she also boxed her out a lot better. And so we gave them a lot more one opportunities, one and dones, as I call them, that second half, and that was probably the difference in the game.
Yeah, it was awesome to see her kind of step up. We've seen those glimpses at times, but never coming through an entire half like that, and that really did make the difference. I thought also what was impressive about that victory is the way you guys had to bounce back from a heartbreaking loss against Galena the previous Tuesday. You also had a 3-point loss to Independence the previous Friday, so you were back-to-back losses coming off of that, and could go at any place. You're late in the season mentally. I've seen teams just folded in at that point against some adversity like that. Had to be pleasing for you to see the mental part of the game be as good as it was.
Our backs were against the wall, and it wasn't a must-win game because we kind of thought we were out of the league hunt, and so it wasn't kind of a backs against the wall, but to us it was. We rarely hear Girard lose 3 games in a row, and rivalry matchup with Colgan. They were the preseason #1 pick in the league, and so it had everything that makes for a great game if we can just hold up our end of the bargain. And also too, it was our last chance to play a really good, super quality team. I felt like that, state caliber team, get a feather in the cap and get things going in the right direction. And I do feel like going back and watching it was our best performance all year from a solid standpoint. We've had some really, really good quarters. I think we had 28 against fourth quarter against Baxter. there. But we've had some really good quarters, but 4 quarters together has kind of eluded us, and I felt like we did that Friday night.
All right, 2 games left to play. There's still an outside chance at the CNC title, at least a 4 or 5-way tie for it if you guys get a win and a few other things happen your way. But obviously the goal is to continue this momentum and be playing your best basketball coming up a week from Friday. What do you know of the Riverton Rams, and what do you expect out of tonight's ball game?
It'll actually be a 3-way tie. Columbus and Baxter play each other.
Okay,
so it would be Galena's already clinched a spot, and if Colgan beats Galena, then it allows the winner of the Columbus-Baxter game and us to slip in and be CNC champs, which would be a huge feather in the cap for this group, a huge confidence builder for this group. Looking at Riverton, though, that's the other end of the deal. Nothing matters if we don't win this basketball game tonight. So it adds quite a bit to this basketball game for us and adds some meaning to it. Riverton has not fared real well in the CNC this year, but, night in, night out, there's been nights when we haven't fared very well in the CNC. So it's a league that's very balanced this year, and they've, been in every basketball game. There is a 1-point game with them in Frontenac well into the third quarter. And, at the end of the games, they've gotten, extended some of them to high single digits, some of them into double-digit wins. But, Riverton's a team that's very dangerous. When you're a team that's struggling a little bit and you have big things, how we come out in the basketball game. If we come out and really assert ourselves, it should be a good night for us. If we come out sluggish like we have over the last 4 or 5 games, in my opinion, then you give them hope, and you give hope to a team that hasn't had a lot of success, and man, they're going to fight you till the end. So, we've really got to come out and assert ourselves tonight more than any other night and get after them and just play Girard basketball.
All right, it sounds like a lot of fun. Coach, we appreciate your time as always. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come, your starting lineup, keys to the game's opening tip-off from Riverton, the Trojans, and Rams next on Girard Sports.
Ag Choice of Hempler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hempler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hempler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to Riverton High School. BJ Harris with you alongside me, Josh Letters. We settle in here for a girls basketball game, final game of the CNC season for the Girard Lady Trojans. We got the starting lineups going on here inside the gym. We'll do them as well. Starting lineups brought to you by Pearls and Curls Boutique. The Lady Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Pearls and Curls Boutique. Shabby chic new boutique. They're on the south side of the square of Girard, right next to Sheer Expressions. See all the new rivals they have at facebook.com/Pearls and Curls KS. First up for the Lady Trojans, it'll be number 13, Drake Worrell, 5'9" junior, averages 1.9 points per ball game. Number 14, Gabby Sands, a 5'7" junior, averages just shy of 5 points a game. Number 15, JC Murphy, 5'5" senior, averaging 4 points a game. Number 21, Britley Bailey, again, coming off one of her best performances, probably her best, a 5'11" sophomore, averages 4.3. She had 11 the other night against Colgan. And Sydney Crane, just coming off one of the more dominant senior performances I've ever seen. And she's well over 1,200 points for her career now. Broke that 1,000-point career about halfway through, and she just continues to pour on. Had 29 the other night against Colgan. She averages 23.8 points per ball game. For the Lady Rams, I'll make it easy. They don't give you a height. They don't give you class in your roster. So I could teach a clinic on the ways not to do a roster for high schools, but it'll be number 11, Neely Weaver, number 33, Journey Adams, number 42, Jamie Compton, number 44, Cameron Compton, and number 55, Kimmy Qualls for the Lady Rams. Lady Trojans. Brittany Bailey going to match up at center court against...
Isn't a Lady Ram technically a sheep?
No.
No?
That'd be you, I think.
A ewe?
Yep.
Ah, that rolls off the tongue.
I was disappointed that the Lady Trojans are going to win the opening tip, which is brought to you by... I had a story. I wanted to get it off early here, but I'll save it. Brought to you by Lyric Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Lyric Ceramics for great gift ideas. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a nice ceramic piece, or sign up for classes. Lyric Ceramics, 620-724-8442. Lady Trojans long possession here, and open look at a three here from Sydney Crane on the way, no good. Rebound, though, by J.C. Murphy. Her putback's no good, and rebound pulled out of there by Journey Adams.
JC's shot was almost blocked by Brittany Bailey, who's going for the rebound there.
Way out high, controlled by Weaver. Over to Compton. That's Jamie Compton is 42, stolen away by Crane. Sydney, up the floor she goes. Easy layup with the right hand, good. This is one of those games Lady Trojans should not have any issues. Riverton has struggled. Trojans have played a decent schedule this year. They've seen some pretty good competition. Weaver's a pretty good player. She's been playing since she was a freshman. She got a carry right there. Do apologize. Our clock camera not working, so we'll have to just pay attention to the sweet, sweet sound of my voice to figure out what the time and score is. I'll have to go back to my radio training. Say the time and score.
Time and score.
On top of the key for Gabby Sands. Lady Trojans do lead at 2-0. On that steal and a finish by Crane. Sands, top of the key. She'll pull the trigger on a three. Had a couple up the other night, and she has one there.
Nice to see her shooting that three again with some confidence.
Yeah, she had a couple of big shots. She didn't have a lot, but she had a couple of big ones for the Lady Trojans on tonight. 2 threes. She only had 7 points in the ball game, but those 2 threes are huge. There's a steal by JC just poking that ball out for Cameron Compton.
You saw it on the inbounds pass. Not very good spacing for Riverton. They had 4 players all bunched up in the corner of the floor. I think they could have been defended by about 2 players.
6:24 to go first quarter. 5-0 your score. Lady Trojans on top here to open this one. Riverton, a darn good softball team. These Compton girls are big contributors to that. Seems to be there's a never-ending list of them here in Riverton, but basketball, not so much. Lady Trojans get a steal, crossover into the paint, dish, up off the glass, good. JoJo Ferguson with the finish. Trojans off to a 7-0 start to get this thing started here tonight, just 2 minutes into the ball game. Inbound for Compton, that's Jamie. Here's Weaver coming up the far side. Now she'll get in the paint, stop, kick back outside for Cameron Compton. Top of the key for Weaver to Compton. On the right, trying to go down inside, ball kicked by JoJo. And it'll stay with.
Going for the Pele steal there.
Yep. Kick stop.
I guess Ronaldo. What's a good one for the kids?
Beats me.
I have no idea.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't pay attention to football.
I didn't know what you were talking about until just then. Inbound, stolen away, and those are the things you can't be taught there on a steal and then throwing off the legs of the person who was intended for it, all in one motion as she's going out of bounds. That's next level stuff. No coincidence.
Seen it all season from her.
Play at the next level. How about that? Works out that way, and time and effort put into something, get rewarded with the abilities that she has. Lady Trojans have benefited from her greatly this season. Put them in a position, again, to possibly win a CNC title, get a share of it. Here's Crane. She'll put it on the deck. Kick. Sands again. Sets her feet. Fire three. Shot no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Jada Valley. Jada is checked in. Along with JoJo into the ball game. Her runner in the paint, no good. Knocked around. Loose ball. And foul going to be called on the Lady Trojans. It's going to be on Britley, I believe.
JoJo got one in the face right there. Kind of shaking it off.
She walked out of Galena the other night with black eye, bloody lip.
Looked like she gone 12 rounds with the champ.
Flag gets after it out there. Here's a Weaver to inbound. Nearly a 5 count. They'll get it into Compton. Stolen away jump ball. It's in favor of the Rams. Getting quick hands by Crane. And it'll be back to the Riverton Rams. 5:09 to go here in this opening quarter. Lady Trojans out to a 7-0 run to start things. here in the CNC finale. Up the far side, trying to bring it up. And knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rams. First sub of the ball game for Riverton is Maddie Price. She sits on the number 3 there on the far left side of your screen. Top of the key for Compton. For Cameron. Dump off right corner for Price. Loose ball. Jada Valley going in there and saved. Good effort there by Compton, but saved to the hands of Crane. Here she comes. Step through. Backside. Gabby has to hold on to it. She'll put it on the deck. Shot no good. Somehow ends up in the hands. Didn't get a shot, actually. Ends up in the hands of Sydney Crane, and a timeout going to be taken by the Riverton Rams. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. 4:37 to play in this opening quarter. Lady Trojans on a 9-0 run to start things. We're back at 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
This is Girard Sports Live.
9-0 run to start things for the Lady Trojans. Lead at 9-0. How about 11-0? Jada Valley getting on the scoreboard. Trojans just too much pressure. Now they go to the full court press, and there's a 5 count, another turnover. Riverton just not really seen much like this. Their schedule on the season, the Rams, they played some similar opponents. Neodesha, Cherryvale, Baxter, Galena. Just hasn't fared very well in their schedule. Again, 3-15, 0-4. So the Trojans, too much for them right now. 11-0 to start this ball game. 4:13 to go first quarter. Trojans on top. Kinsey Smith into the ball game. JC Murphy back in. JoJo shot up, no good, but she is fouled, and Ferguson will go to the free throw line to shoot too.
On that possession, 4 of Riverton's players were playing zone, and Cameron Compton was playing man on Sid, and then just figured out, oh, hey, we're running zone, and just ran away from her. Left her wide open on the outside.
They tried everything. Have the teams this year as Ferguson goes to the free throw line to shoot too. The Panthers the other night would double Sydney on the ball, and then when she would give it up, they would try just to deny her the basketball and try not to let her get it again, and that one didn't work. We haven't seen that approach too many times this year, but probably won't see it too many more times because she had 29. Up in front, trying to get it up in there. They can't to Cammie Qualls, and it'll go out of bounds back to Lady Trojans. Riverton has not had very many shots on goal. I was trying to go through the very limited memory I have, and I'm not sure if there's been a shot taken at the goal.
No.
I don't know if they've even made an attempt.
No.
Here's
They've had trouble
Crane.
getting it
Step
inbounds.
through, shot. We're going to say travel. Well, that's a travel.
She
You
had
need to take about 300 of her points away this year because
sure wasn't a charge.
don't get me started.
Oh, man.
Breaking down for Josh the final 30 seconds of that boys game the other night. Didn't have to tell him much.
It's just material for my TED Talk.
Figured it out. I don't think Ted's going to sponsor this one. Maybe a Fred Talk.
No, yeah. It'd probably turn into more like a George Carlin sort of thing.
Another turnover by the Rams. Just having a hard time just getting it down inside there. 12-0 is your score, 3:25 to play in this opening quarter.
George Carlin's a foul-mouthed comedian for you kids out there.
Don't Google him. Actually, do.
Do Google him, yeah. Just
not
at school.
Lady Trojans with it. Valley, step through, shot on the way, good. No shot, they'll say it's
charge
on the floor.
Oh, no.
It's on the floor against the Lady Rams. That's going to be called against Qualls, her first. And just the easy positioning there underneath for Crane. She's backing in on Compton, giving up quite a bit of size and too easy for her. And this is tough for the Rams, I'm sure, at this point in the season. Things are just getting rough on them, and then you got to go in here and play one of the better teams in the area. And Trojans had a loss a week ago over in Galena that was a heartbreaker, but bounced back tremendously. And
Yeah, the game had one of the strangest calls I've ever seen with the free inbounds play to start the fourth quarter. It ended up really being the difference in the game.
There's Cammy Qualls gets off the schneid here with 2:38 to play. They score their first goal. I think that's their first attempt.
1 for 1.
There you go.
Great percentage.
Kenzie Smith with it, just left to the left side here, left corner now for Crane. Back around, they swing it quickly. JC gonna attack, kick, Valley, nowhere to go with it. Kick outside Smith, got away with a walk, didn't get that call. Here's Crane into the paint, stepping through, lets it fly, shot no good, and ripped down to the ground. A foul gonna be called on JC. She gets tangled up down inside there with Journey Adams and give it up a little bit of size, but JC, farm girl,
Yeah,
get in there and
she got the better end of that one.
wrestle anybody. She would know the answer to what a female ram was. I know that.
Well, I'm going to ask her now. We'll see about that.
There's backcourt there. Trying to get it across. There's a near steal by JC. Josh, I've been doing this for this. I was looking at that the other day. This is my 16th basketball season. 16th year basketball season. JC brought a thank you note to us and left it here. First time that's happened.
What?
That,
Just to you, not to me.
They've talked. I mean, players have talked to me. They've always been very thankful, but nobody's ever left a thank you note for us. So I appreciate that. Good,
feeling
good
the
kid,
love.
good parents, and that's what that'll do. She'll be successful no matter what she decides to do. Here is an inbound play for Weaver, just trying to get in. They've already had 1-5 count. There's another. Trying to shake the Lady Trojans. This is a pretty athletic Lady Trojan team for some of the shortcomings they've had at times and some of the inexperience that they've had to go through and fight through. Very rarely is there a lack of athleticism on the floor for the Lady Trojans, and that can cause some problems with the teams just trying to get it inbounds and try to find some open holes. Here's one of the better athletes on the right side for Valley. Murphy, Valley, baseline, into the paint. Worrell, she'll pull the trigger on one, miss it. And rebound pulled out of there by Bailey, but out of bounds. Nope, kept saved by the Rams. Now Weaver will bring it up the floor. Minute 33 to play in this first quarter. Trojans lead at 14-2. In the paint, knocked around, tipped around, and gathered up there into the ball game for the Rams. Number 22, Nia Moss. Shot no good over the backboard and out of bounds. Back to Lady Trojans here with a minute 16 to play in the first quarter.
Pretty fast moving first quarter.
I have a feeling we'll have some fast-moving times in this one. Jaden Phillips checking into the ball game for the Lady Rams as well. Off right side for Worrell. Over to Sands. Sands on the left wing. Back through JC. High post for Bailey. She'll face. She'll drive. Go to the floor. Nowhere to go with it. Loose ball. And out of bounds off the Lady Trojans. It'll go back to the Lady Rams. This gym, I mean, it's an older gym, and those walls are hard that you could possibly run into. I mean,
concrete block. I mean,
concrete block on either side. You got about 2 feet to stop, and then you're in for it. And a travel going to be called on Compton for the Lady Rams. Under a minute to play here, first quarter, 14-2 Trojans in front. They started off this game on a 14-0 run, and right now sit with a 12-point lead. Coach concerned about these final two games because of the possibility of learning bad habits. That's Coach's biggest concern, perhaps. Obviously, you want to play well and you want to win because for them it's an opportunity to get a share of possibly a CNC title, but you got to make sure you do it the right way and don't get complacent, don't get into bad situations. He felt like that's what happened against Southeast a couple of weeks ago. Went and played Southeast, won it pretty handily, but were able to throw the ball and pass around. Then the right next game was Independence and had about 12 turnovers in the first quarter because it's a whole different ball game. Well, that's going to be a different ball game when they play in the sub-state tournament. Certainly what is, I'm guessing, a collision course with Frontenac. At Frontenac. Down inside, Bailey, good face. Man, when it looks good, it looks good. The shot no good, rebound, and A foul going to be called on Britley. You missed a good one, Josh, the other night. She had a ball game, her best effort of the season, and had to because Colgan, big players down inside. They had some size. Kate Riddell was in there, and she had, I don't know what it was, I think about 16 or 17 points at halftime did Riddell, and she finished the game, I think, with 20 and 22. So Bailey came in and shut her down, goes to the free throw line here and misses this one. 6.3 to play first quarter.
Yeah, Britley and Jada Valley are really your X factors for the Trojans, and if they're playing well, this is a really hard team to beat.
Yep. Coach would agree with that. Compton just trying to get it across. He'll throw one up. Good night. And miss it badly. And that's the end of one. 14-2, Lady Trojans set the pace here. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
This is Girard Sports Live.
(14-2) Lady Trojans on top of the Riverton Lady Rams here. Lady Trojans start off on a 14-0 run. I guess you could say Riverton closes out that first quarter on a 2-0 run. On the right side for Valley. Back around for Sands. Trojans are going to be patient. They're going to make long possessions, make good plays. Crane up, lots of contact. And finally do call the foul as
Charge.
Journey Adams is going to be called for the foul, I'm guessing.
Maybe.
That's going to send Crane to the free throw line to shoot, too. Again, Sydney, 29 the other night, 28 from the field. She only went to the free throw line one time, and that was perplexing to me as much as she attacks.
Yeah, it's weird. She attacks the hole that much and was getting double teamed when she had the ball. You would think that she would be getting fouled.
Yeah,
but
not the case. She did have a couple of big shots from three-point land as well, as she had two, but those were both in the first quarter. They were huge ones to keep pace for the Lady Trojans, and all the rest of them from the lane, basically, and only 2 free throw attempts in the ball game. Makes both free throws here. She's got 8 for the Lady Trojans. They did it 16-2. Here's Weaver. She strokes a 3. Yeah, she's a good one. She's played, I think, pretty much since she was a freshman. They just haven't had a ton of shots on goal. That's a good one. 16-5 now. 7:14 to play. Little runner in the lane. No good. Rebound Bailey. She'll put it right back up and good. Good rebound by Britley Bailey. Her first field goal of the ball game. First points of the ball game. And the Lady Trojans lead at 18-5. Here's 7:02 to play in the first half. Again, apologize. No score to the right side. We'll keep you up to date as we go. Here's Compton. She'll step to the line. Leaves it short. Rebound. Crane just clears it out. And Journey Adams going to shove Britley Bailey off of her.
And nothing.
Little feistiness there from Adams. 6:51 to play in this opening half. Lady Trojans lead at 18-5. It'll be a jump ball in favor of the Rams. Compton to inbound. This is Cameron Compton. Inbound to Jamie Compton. And a foul going to send Compton to the free throw line to shoot 2. First trips to the free throw line here for the Rams. That's going to be on Bailey. I had her for, well, that's her, her second. And here's the first one from Compton, up and good. We're in the old gym tonight. They have a beautiful, brand new gym.
You wouldn't know it.
30 feet from here. And had a water main break over Christmas break and flooded the whole thing. They had to replace the floor, replace all the bathrooms, replace all kinds of stuff, all the mechanical pieces that bring to the seats. They're going to bring the seats out. Here's Crane up the floor. No good, but she is fouled. And Compton stepped to the free throw line, made both free throws. And I mean, it's pristine over there, obviously. It should be. It's brand new. But they're going to try to play. They play Colgan, host Colgan on Thursday. They also host Sub-State. Can you imagine walking in here that day, knowing that you're hosting the Sub-State in your gym that's brand new is
under 3 inches of water?
Under 3 inches of water. That's a situation. And they were able to get it fixed, and they'll be ready to host their final regular season finale on Thursday. That's the plan.
Now, as I understand it, wood floors don't react well.
No,
underwater.
There's something to do with the chemistry, the molecules within the fibrous materials of the wood.
Yeah.
Crane knocks down the first one. Second one's forthcoming here with 6:45 to go in the first half. 19-7 Lady Trojans add to their lead there. 4 for 4 from the free throw line for Crane. 15-point lead, the largest of the ball game for the Lady Trojans. Denied. Kenzie Smith keeping that one from coming in.
Full court pester.
Yep. Weaver trying to inbound here. They'll get it inbounds on the far side. Price bringing it up the floor. She'll get it across, but then knocked it inbounds. Last touch by Smith. It'll stay with the Lady Rams with 6:39 to go in the first half. Said 15. It's 20-7. And right down the free throws. So 13 sitting here. Their largest lead is 14. There's a travel
I was going to say.
on Jamie Compton and a turnover by the Rams. 6:35 to go in the first half. 20-7. Trojans opened up on a 14-0 lead. Have not looked back since then. Cameron Compton going to go down the floor with Crane. She'll step by her, slide through, throw one up. Shot no good. No foul either. And pulled out of there by Weaver. She'll try to bring it to the floor now. Kick over to the right wing for Price. And a charge, moving screen there against Jamie Compton. She'll pick up a foul for the Rams. Team foul number 7. That's her second. Team foul number 6, rather. 6:13 to go first half. Quall's going to check back into the ball game for the Rams. Journey Adams comes in as well, I believe. Crane, a couple screens come for her. She'll kick, open look at a 3 for Sands, no good. And a foul going to be called on Bailey. That'll be her third.
Yep.
That has been something that has plagued her.
Well, she was out there setting the screen and just couldn't get down to her rebounding position in time. That's what caused her to have to go over the back.
She got those 3 fouls, and she had them in that ball game tonight. She ended up with 4. She was on razor's edge most of it. And the pressure just in the backcourt. Compton going to go stride for stride with Jada Valley. She runs down there. She walked with it.
And she led with the forearm all the way up the floor, I guess.
Clear it out.
Yeah. And it's a pretty good move in football or rugby. And really can create some space.
I noticed you drop rugby in as often as you can.
Well,
in a broadcast.
You can get that's one of the few games where you can get away with a stiff arm.
You drop rugby in as often as I drop Hepler in.
Yeah.
Bring it across here for Crane. Step through. Well, just too fast. Can't get it to go, though. Bad bounce there for the basketball. And here come the Rams from left to right. First time she's gotten kind of through that lane cleanly. Had a good look at it. Back around here for Qualls. Guarded by Smith. She put it on the deck. Try to step through her. Step back. Lets one fly. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Smith. And come the Lady Trojans. From right to left. 5:12 to play in the opening half. 20-7. Crane. Stop and go. And fouled by Price, I believe. And she'll pick up her first foul, but team foul number 7, so that's going to send Crane to the free throw line to shoot 1-1 here with 5:07 to play in the opening half of this one. The CNC finale here from Riverton. Ball knocked out of bounds by Qualls. Last touch by her. She kind of swatted at it, and it went out of bounds. First miss of the ball game from the free throw line for Crane. And Lady Trojans will maintain possession with 5:05 to go in the second quarter. Inbound for Smith. You can see where those bad habits can get formed real quick. They on an inbound pass right there is just too easy, and it's not going to be that way, most likely. Off right side for Smith, wide open look, Crane, set her feet, 3 on the way, no good. And J.C. Murphy, jump ball. She thought she was in a pretty good position.
Yeah, I was going to say,
to have that one.
20 seconds ago, that was an over the back.
And it will be a jump ball still in favor of the Lady Trojans with 4:44 to go in the first half. 20-7 Trojans on top. Offense has kind of stalled a little bit here for both teams. Trojans have had some looks at it, just can't get the ball to go through. Crane will step back, fire another long 3. This one, nothing but the bottom of the net. 23-7. Now the Trojans' largest lead is 16. Compton trying to get through a double team. JC jumps it. JC push it off for Crane. Off the right side, off the glass and good. Started with defense. 25-7, 4:06 in this first half. Riverton back with the basketball as they move from left to right. Back off left wing now for Weaver. She'll try to force it down there. Ball kicked out of bounds by Crane. It'll stay with the Lady Rams. Kinsey Kester going to come to the ball game. JoJo Ferguson will come into the ball game as well and replace Fowley and Smith. 6:49 to play in the second quarter. 25-7 Trojans. Largest lead now is 18. Here's a shot. No good. Rebound by Adams. She'll try to put it in. Shoot that ball on the right side now. Back out for Weaver. Weaver step to the corner. Back around here on the right side. For Price, she'll step in. Kick, Qualls. Trying to force a pass through, and just not going to happen. Up in front, JoJo running. And stolen away by Weaver. Good defensive effort that time by Weaver. Now she's going to try in there, and they'll get out of there. Keep it alive, will the Rams. 3:15 to play in the second quarter. Entry pass down inside Qualls. She'll turn around to the paint, leave it short. Ball tipped, last touched by Adams. They might have got a break there. I thought that maybe went off the hands of Sydney Crane, but we won't say anything.
I won't if you don't.
Okay, deal. 3:08 to play in the second quarter. 25-7 rather. Trojans with the basketball. Crane. Sands. Kester just inside 3-point range. Bounce it around. Shot no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Adams. She spends a ton of time on the floor. Gathered by Weaver. JoJo looking to reach in there. Back outside. Weaver will hold. Here's Compton on the right wing. She'll step up. Bounce pass. Qualls trying to get it in there. Jump ball in favor of the Lady Rams. I saw it when we had a 4th through 6th grade girls basketball game the other night in our little league we're in, and had to set a Guinness Book of World Record for number of jump balls in a game.
And tackles.
There's a lot of tackles. Scoop through, shot no good. And Crane gets the contact. Should go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Well, this fall I had the pleasure of watching some co-ed kindergarten basketball. Lots of tackles.
Yeah, it's physical. There was some mothers who had not witnessed just all out games like that. Just between, it was 5-on-5. They played for a full ball game, and
they'd not witnessed a melee.
They had not witnessed a melee. Some were having a hard time coming to grips with the physicality of it. And I told them, I said, it's not much different on Friday nights.
Are you not entertained? Yeah.
It just gets pretty physical out there. City Crane knocks down the first free throw. Chance to put the Trojans up by 20 here. 2:24 to play. She can't get it to go. Stay at 19 here.
Whoa. Well, JoJo just narrowly missed an elbow there.
That might have been a KO. On the left side, Jaden Phillips holding with the left wing. Here's a three by Compton off the bank and open and good.
Wow.
Well, they've knocked down a couple of threes. It's helped them keep it where it is right now.
Keep it away from a running clock.
Yep.
Darn it.
That's a couple of threes, makes it 26-10. Kester with it. Crane, catch, fire, three, no good. Knocked around, loose ball, gathered up by Weaver. Down the floor by Gabby. Good defense there, and gathered up by Crane. Here they come the other way. Sliding through the defense. She'll step around, get some contact, get the finger roll. She can't get it to go.
Charge.
But she will go to the free throw line to shoot. Too.
It's going to be my rallying cry for the rest of the season.
When he gets you, dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Charge.
26-10 is the score here for the Lady Trojans over the Riverton Rams. Crane at the free throw line to shoot. Left the first one short. Missed her last two. This is her.
Lady Trojans left about 50 points on out there floating around in this period.
Certainly not great from the free throw line, although she's done pretty good. But this will be her 2, 4, 6, 8, 9th free throw attempt of the second quarter. That one's up and good for the Lady Trojans, for City Crane, and having a pretty good half, as you would expect. 17 points in the first half. It's okay. On the right side for Compton. She just knocked down a three from that spot, trying to get past the quick hands of J.C. Murphy. Entry pass down inside for Qualls, off the backboard, no good. And then a foul going to be called on Ferguson. That's going to send Qualls to the free throw line to shoot two. She has not been to the free throw line yet in this ball game. She does have a two-pointer in the first quarter. Here's the first one from Qualls, up and good. They're 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Lady Trojans have left some out there, as you mentioned. City Crane right now is 6 of 9. Qualls knocks down both of them. 27-12, 1:16 to play in the first half. Girard National Bank halftime show coming your way in just a little bit. We'll talk about this one. We'll talk about that boys game that's coming up in just a little bit as well. We anticipate it to be a little bit more competitive, I hope.
Yeah.
On the left side, you only have to talk when you want to. I have to do it the whole time.
Come on, I only talk when you let me.
High post here for Ferguson. Back outside, JC going to get a look at a three, no good. Knocked around, there's Kester. She came out, no, that's Sands rather. Back around, here's Valley. She'll little stutter step, go through, come around, little wrap around, off the glass and good. Sometimes she just takes the road less traveled to get to her buckets. But
the long and winding road.
And off it ends with two, so we'll take it. Compton holding here with under 30 seconds to play in the opening half. Lady Trojans leading 29-12. On the right side, here's a shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out by Crane, and 18 seconds to go. They can go down the floor probably a couple times. Crane will step through. Ball's blocked by Weaver. But going to send Crane to the free throw line to shoot two.
I think he's going to single-handedly foul out this Riverton team here.
Perhaps. That's two on Weaver. First was off the back iron. Overcompensating for
She's
legs.
She's going to be happy when they switch ends, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. She's got 17 points at this end.
Yeah, we'll see what she can do.
Here's the second one up. Ain't good. 30-12, Lady Trojans started off this game on a 14-0 run to get things going and have not looked back. Riverton, there's Weaver, she double dribbled. And so I said they could go down a couple of times, and they do.
Yep.
If Riverton's wise there, they're going to stop, hold on to the basketball, and work for the final shot, just try to get to halftime. Instead, try to push it. Crane can work here for the final shot, 4 seconds. Stop and a foul. Going to send JoJo to the free throw line to shoot 1-1 here to close out this first half probably. Just get shoved down. I don't know who they got that on, either Weaver or Compton. It's called Compton. Cameron, her second. She'll shoot two.
Coach Augustine for
August.
Getting a little hot under the collar. Might have to undo another button over there.
Just a matter of time, wasn't it? Ferguson shot no good. Ladies Trojans have left some on there, but it's still really good first half. 30-12. They lead by 18 at the break. And we'll talk about this when we come back here on the Girard National Bank halftime show. Girard National Bank is committed to providing you with the best customer service and the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to Girard National Bank. Lady Trojans lead at 30-12 at the break. We're back to talk about it on the Girard National Bank halftime show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back out here to Riverton High School. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Josh Lettner, as we're at halftime of this girls' game, the front side of a basketball doubleheader tonight, and the final game of the CNC for the Girard Lady Trojans. Again, if they get a win here tonight, which seems pretty hopeful for them right now, as they lead at 30-12 at the halftime break. And Colgan gets a win tonight at Galena. We'll try to get an update on that here in just a little bit. Then the Lady Trojans will get a share of a CNC title. It'll be a three-way tie, and take it any way you can get it. Lady Trojans are two-time CNC defending champs. They won it outright for 2 years in a row, and now trying to get a piece of it here.
Now they need a little help this year.
Need a little help from the Panthers. We'll see if they can get that here tonight. Lady Trojans at the break do lead it 30-12. Take a look at your Kenora Eye Care Eye on the game. Thanks to the support from their community, Kenora Eye Care has nearly doubled their space, extended their hours. Got locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice. Call 620-235-1737. Lady Trojans started off this game on a 14-0 run. And finally, with 2:38 to play in the first quarter, the Rams got on the board with a 2-point bucket by Cammie Qualls. Trojans continue to add to their lead and grow it. The Rams did stop the momentum a little bit. Got it with 11, 16-5, and then the Trojans have not looked back since that point. Right now, they lead it 30-12 at your Kenora Eye Care. Eye on the game. We were asking for an update. I think we're going to get it. Just going to the deal to look at that. Galena girls 25, Colgan 23 at halftime. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. You get it too? Well, look at that. He beat you to it. Coming out of the stands to do your
He's
job.
got the interweb. I got word of mouth.
Well, right now it's a close one. They're in that ball game. And again, Trojans are Panther fans here tonight. Let's take a look at your halftime stats brought to you by Exchange State Bank, one of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas. Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated, providing quality customer service, online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and more. At Exchange State Bank, you're not just dealing with bank employees, you're banking with your friends. Learn more at esbks.com. First up for the Rams, they've got 3 points apiece for Cameron Compton and Neely Weaver, and then 2 points for Jamie Compton and 2 points for Cammie Qualls. For the Lady Rams, right now for the Lady Trojans, 20 points for Sydney Crane is what we have. That's not bad. In that second quarter, she shot 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 free throws. She went 7 of 11 from the free throw line. Just got to the line a ton. And that helped out, but also knocked down a 3 and had 10 points from the 2-point field goals. 3 points from Gabby Sands behind the arc, 3 points from JoJo Ferguson, and 2 points from Brentley Bailey, 2 points from Jada Valley for the Lady Trojans, who right now have a lead 30-12. Again, we're back in action coming up on Thursday. It's going to be a Thursday night ball game. Make sure you get that on your calendar as the Lady Trojans will make the trip. Pretty much straight west of here, over to Oswego. Take on the Indians in the regular season finale. And then we're back in action coming up on Thursday and Friday the following week. March 1st and 2nd and 3rd is sub-state action from Frontenac as the Lady Trojans and the Trojan men. Ladies will play on Thursday. Men will play Friday. And then if they both win, they'll play in the sub-state championship game. It's looking like both of them are going to be number 1 seeds, I believe, as the Lady Trojans will likely play. I think both teams actually will play Prairie View. And then both teams will be looking to play the winner of Iola and Frontenac. I'm not going to make any guarantees, but I would very much expect to see a Girard-Frontenac doubleheader from Frontenac in the sub-state championship game. We'll see if that does indeed happen. Lady Trojans lead here at the break, 30-12. Second half coming your way next right here on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here to Riverton High School, get ready for the second half of this one. The Girard Lady Trojans. Riverton Rams, Lady Trojans leading here at the break, 30-12. It'll be Trojan basketball as we get things underway here in this second half. Here's Drake Whirl, shot from the baseline, no good. JC Murphy goes straight up, shot no good. Brittany Bailey will put it up. She is fouled and she'll go to the free throw line for the and one. A couple of second chance opportunities for the Lady Trojans. And again, Lady Trojans anxiously looking for updates. We'll keep them coming your way as well as we look through this one. The Lady Trojans and needing help from Colgan Panthers. Halftime, Galena leads at 25-23. Bailey goes to the free throw line and completes the and one. 33-12. That shot on the putback by Brittany Bailey, our hit of the game, brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. For deer or anything else you get caught on this ice this week, hopefully not. Make sure you take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair is a layup by JC, easy enough.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything easier than that. That was like warm-ups.
Let those guys at Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob will help you out. 620-724-7300. Another near steal. Compton to Compton. Shot no good. Gabby Sands coming away with it. Somehow helped out, and then Crane comes out of there with it. Crane will go off the glass and good. Lady Trojans scoring at will right now. I haven't had a chance to write down a single score yet in this
JC got one.
Second half. And
then Sid. Britley had
an
bucket.
and one. Yep, I just have written down my running total. Right now, 27, the largest lead of the ball game for, 25, the largest lead of the ball game for the Lady Trojans. 37-12, 6:51 to play in the third quarter. There's a steal by Drake Worrell and a foul by Compton. It'll be her third.
I just keep getting flashbacks to Hoosiers. I feel like I'm in the Hickory Gym. Need a trophy case at the end of it, though, so you can throw somebody into the. I guess that wasn't the Hickory Gym where that happened. But.
I don't know. I'm familiar with that film. I don't know that much about it. I will have to defer to you.
I think that was in the sectional playoffs.
I will defer to your expertise, which
is minimal. Real minimal.
There are things you're expert on.
None of them we can talk about.
No. Would it make any sense to anybody?
No.
Crane will bring it across the timeline off the right wing for Drake Worrell to the right corner now for Murphy. Back around 37-12. Lady Trojans on top by 25 here. 6:34 to play in the third quarter. Just underway in the second half of this one. Murphy. Sands on the left wing. JC. Sydney, rather. Step through right wing.
Oh.
Right off the glass, no good.
Well, that's the fourth foul there on Britley.
Oh, boy.
And almost all of them have happened when she's been in poor position to rebound and she decides to go over the back.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to live to fight another day.
Picks up her fourth. Checks out. JoJo Ferguson will check back in for the Lady Trojans. Her first action of the second half. Compton going to bring it to the floor. Going to get Sands. To the right corner for Adams. Oh, got away with a walk there. Thrown out of bounds. It'll be.
Might have got away with two of them.
Back to the Lady Trojans. The Rams just not having a lot of luck getting offensive production. 33-31 is the update. Molina on top of Colgan last 30 seconds. Step through Jada, just trying to scoop one up there. I was going to say it's back to Girard. Boy, somehow it touched Riverton. Trojans are going to get the ball back here. 5:40 to play. In this third quarter, up 37-12. Again, the Trojans jumped out to a 14-0 lead and just really haven't looked back. They pretty much put that doubt in the minds. There's a 3 by Crane, no good. She's got 1 in this ball game. And Coach talked about in our pregame show, just don't let a team like this kind of keep around with you. Otherwise, they start to think they can, and then things get interesting. And Trojans is a 14-0 run to start things pretty well. Put that doubt in their mind and have never really relinquished since that point. Here's Crane. Bounce pass off Sands. Easy up and left. Handed good. Gabby's got 5. Lady Trojans lead by 27. There's a steal by Sands. Another pass, another assist for Crane. And another finish by Valley. 41-12. Wow. Loose ball. Jada still fighting with it. Just the aggressiveness of the Lady Trojans has been too much. Good effort there by Compton to keep it in bounds. There's a shot blocked by Crane. Gathered it by Sands, and a foul going to be called on
Jada.
Maybe on Jada.
Well, you reach through and poke the ball out. I think they're going to say she got a little too much.
Too much contact.
A little too much human.
Jada, it'll be her first personal foul. Team foul number 2. And Gabby will check out. Out comes Drake Worrell as well. And back in comes J.C. Murphy. And in comes Kinsey Smith for the Lady Trojans. Compton back down inside for Jamie Compton. JoJo trying to take a charge, and Compton get fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2, or shoot 1. And she got the bucket to go. Jamie Compton right there at the free throw line. She's playing with 3 fouls. Trying to be the first points. She gets the first points of the second half for the Lady Rams. And that stops an 11-0 run for the Lady Trojans to start this third quarter. 4:21 to play in the third. Valley, kick. Crane walked with it. 4:17 now and counting. 4:17 rather to go here in this third quarter. 41-14.
Now we're counting.
Now we're counting. Colgan girls have jumped in front 36-33. This will be one of those games where the one we're tracking is more entertaining than the one we're watching. There's a shot up, no good. Compton, scoop around. Boy, she's come alive here and gets the foul, and another and-one opportunity for her. Her first 2 field goals of the ball game have come on the last 2 possessions of this ball game. Timeout going to be taken by the Lady Rams. It's a full. We'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here to Riverton High School, 41-16. We'll be back here in the spring and look at the softball schedule. In fact, to open up our spring sports coverage here on Girard Sports Live back here in Riverton. Those are 2 defending state champions in softball to start the year. Lady Trojans, the 4A2 defending champions. Riverton Rams, the 3A defending softball champions, and you'll get to watch it here on Girard Sports Live on April 2nd. So I'm guessing that'll be a little more competitive than things will be in this ball game right now. But Compton trying to complete another and-one. She has not done that yet, but she has all 4 of their second half points. And right now it's 41-16 with 3:46 to play in this third quarter. Smith, step off right wing for Crane. She'll step through, pull up, little 10-foot runner on the way, rattles out. Rebound pulled out by JC, and she'll go right back up strong. And Murphy will go to the free throw line to shoot two. JC going to the free throw line here in this one for the first time tonight. Just 2 points, but here in the second half, she got him. First one off the back iron, no good. .33-34 to play in the third quarter. Lady Trojans lead at 41-16. 42-16. Now as JC knocks that one down. Weaver up off right wing for Mia Moss. To Adams. Back to Moss. She'll look to attack. Pick back outside for Moss. Or Adams, rather. Backing in. Compton. And a walk. They put Compton. They put Melissa Gardner coming into the ball game down there to work against Compton. Again, Lady Trojans play a little short-handed in the post with Brittany Bailey picking up her fourth foul here early in this third quarter. Trojans will get it back after the stop there. Good effort there defensively by Gardner. Smith with it. High post for Valley. She'll turn, kick. Murphy. Got to be good with the basketball. Be crisp with your passes. JC get it poked out of there, and a foul going to be called on Weaver. That'll be her third, I believe. Team foul number 4 on the Rams. Used to be a fully stuffed Ram out here in this lobby. And that's what I was looking forward to when I walked in here. I always remembered seeing that Ram. Nice taxidermied Ram. It wasn't there. Here's a 3 by Crane. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Probably gave kids nightmares.
Perhaps. She's got 25. Lady Trojans lead it by 29. 45-16. It was getting pretty old back not that long ago. Maybe back when I was here. That's going to be off of the Rams, should be. They're going to say it's off of the Lady Trojans. Kinsey Smith, good effort there. Fighting after it. Working against Jaden Phillips.
A high-quality pester there.
Yep. Above average. 2:23 to play in this third quarter. Lady Trojans lead at 45-16. Push off right wing for Price. Stolen away. Up in front. Just throws it. JC Murphy. JC back. Sands up off the glass. Good ball movement. Shot no good though. And rebound pulled out of there by Compton. Sometimes you got to be unselfish. Sometimes it's just better just to take it up. That was kind of a 50-50 shot there for both those girls. And ball nearly knocked out of bounds. Got it up by Price. Kicked out of bounds by Kinsey Smith. Drake Worrell getting ready to come back into the ball game for the Lady Trojans. Just under 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. 45-16. Do have a boys game coming up in just a little while. We'll have that for you as Trojan men try to bounce back from a tough loss to Colgan last Friday to take on the Riverton Rams. Are coming off a tough loss to Frontenac on Friday as well. Close one though. Out high for Sands. High post whirl, turn. Wide up and look at it from the elbow, no good. And back to the Lady Rams off the foot and nearly out of bounds. It'll gathered up by, though, Weaver. Trojans just in every passing lane, swatting at the ball. Price, giveaway. Phillips, and a walk.
Yeah, I think Riverton's had about 5 passes this entire game that weren't deflected.
Yeah. Lady Trojans have just been in those passing lanes. They've just had to play a little more aggressive brand of basketball here over the course of their season than possibly the Rams have seen. And all tied up at 36 apiece. Galena and Colgan is the latest update we have from that ball game. And that's the end of the third quarter. There's an update on that one. So that one's going to come down to the wire. Lady Trojans will be anxiously awaiting the results of that one here. They're taking care of their end of the bargain here tonight. Had to get a win first to give it a shot. Here's Gabby. Long two, up and good. (47-16). Price onto the right wing. JC hassling her. Over right wing for Phillips. Compton. Price. Phillips. Price. Back to Compton. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Qualls just checking in. Trying to go to her high post. Compton leaves one short. Jamie Compton's there. She gets the ball. She had 3 and 1s in this third quarter. That's Jamie Compton.
Well, not one of the Trojan defenders have gotten their money's worth on their fouls either. They're pretty soft fouls.
She hasn't converted one yet, but she's got all 6 of their second half points. Does Jamie Compton. Just trying to get one of the free throws to go. Missed another one.
She obviously hasn't been fouled by Jada yet.
She gets the value out of hers.
That's right. Maximum value.
47-18. 29-point lead remains. 17 seconds to go in the third. Trojans began the game on a Crane going to step through, waiting. She'll step back, fire a long three, no good. Worrell gets it, and one extra pass, got to go up, and that's how we will end. 29-point lead. Lady Trojans lead at 47-18. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Rams with the basketball, so coming out of the timeout here to start this fourth quarter. Ian Riverton, the Girard Lady Trojans, on top 47-18 over the Riverton Rams. Shut up off the glass and good on the take by Journey Adams, her first field goal of the ball game. Rams open up a little bit better off than they closed out that, or opened up the third quarter. Lady Trojans began the game on a 14-0 run. They began the second half on an 11-0 run. And we got subs in really for Lady Trojans. Walk going to be called on Jada Valley. That second foot came down maybe just a little bit before that ball came out. So bring it up into the ball game for the Lady Trojans. There's Tori Thomas. She's number 10 coming in there. Baseline jumper, no good by Price. And here comes Jada in front court. It's a pretty good look at so the players are going to have to contribute next year. I missed it.
One official called a foul on this guy on the near side, called it out of bounds that way.
Win some, you lose some. Lady Trojans will be the beneficiary of it here as they'll have the basketball here. Jada inbound for Kester. She'll catch. Shot, no good. Rebound. Pulled out of there by Compton. You know, here comes Weaver for the Lady Rams. Compton on the right wing. Tax, here's Jamie Compton. Pushing in on Brittany Bailey, who's playing with 4 fouls. Can't get it to go. Loose ball. Adams comes away with it. Bailey again, just trying not to get that 4th foul, and that should be on JoJo. And it'll be a 2 shots for Journey Adams. Ferguson picks up her 3rd personal foul. And Adams at the free throw line to shoot too. First one's up and good. Just taking turns here. Kimmy Qualls the only one to score in the first quarter. Jamie Compton the only one to score in the third quarter. And so far, Adams the only one to score here in this fourth quarter. She made the first, missed the second, got her own rebound. She'll dump off for Compton. Compton backing and a walk. Sliding those feet.
That's good for Britley because she was about to pick up her 5th foul.
Yep, that's close. 6:43 and counting in this ball game. 47-21. Lady Trojans on top. Again, we're closely watching action about 7 miles to the east of here as Galena hosting Colgan. Panthers get a win. Lady Trojans get a share of a CNC title. Panthers lose, and Galena wins an outright CNC title, which I'm thinking is the first in school history. Galena already has a CNC championship. They have a share of one, guaranteed. If they win it outright. Either way, it's, I believe I read, the first in school history for Galena. I think we figured out the other night it may have been the first time Lady Trojans had ever lost to Galena.
Yeah, in the modern era.
Off right side for Jada, 6:10 to play. In the ball game, dump off inside Bailey. Goes to that left side, pushes it up, leaves it short. And Adams gets the rebound, clears it out. Here comes Cameron Compton. Push up off the left wing. Bounce pass baseline for Price, nowhere to go with it. Shot, no good. A lot of contact down low, no call. And it'll be cleared out by Jada. Valley taking the point here. And for her, about for sure 2 games more. And hopefully for the Lady Trojans, about 8 games more before she needs to take that leadership role right there at the point and be the catalyst to run things for the Lady Trojans with Cindy Crane graduating. Hopefully we're making that transition in Emporia. Shot no good by Bailey, but she'll go back to the free throw line on a second attempt. She's playing with those 4 fouls, and she'll go to the free throw line. Foul was called on Journey Adams, her 3rd. Much to my surprise, no Rams in a ton of foul trouble. Several with 3, but
it's well distributed.
Yeah. And Bailey at the free throw line. Really had missed her first 2, made her last one, and just made that one, so she's 2 for 4 on the free throw line tonight, and she's got 6 points. It'll stay at 6. 48-21, Lady Trojans in front, 5 minutes to play in this ball game. Off right side for Price. Knocked around toward. Trying to get in there and mix it up. On the right wing for Compton. To the right corner for Price. Stolen away. Valley. The steal. And the finish. Nope. Can't hit it. It's too much space. Little grin from her. She comes out of there. A rare mistake in open court like that. 4.5 to play in this ball game. Lady Trojans lead at 48-21. No better. To 42-41, 3:36 to play in the 4th quarter. There's a shot up and good by Tori Thomas. And she will get on the board. And Riverton going to take a timeout. Again, the update right now, Lady Trojans lead at 50-21. Update from over there in Galena. Colgan girls lead at 42-41 with 3:36 to play in the 4th quarter. And so that one coming down to the wire.
I want to take another look at our baseball, softball schedule just so I can get my life planned out here.
I'll be sure to get that to you.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at for tentatively. Obviously, you get into those spring sports, weather permitting on all that stuff, but looking at a softball game to get things going, doubleheaders and all these. And then as we get into regionals, excited to announce, you can see there to the left of your screen, but we'll be having all the regionals and any state coverage, both here on Girard Sports Live as well as on radio. At our partnership through MyTown Media, and so we'll be announcing those stations as we get closer to that. Any regular season games we can get on radio as well. We'll do that just for those folks who want to see that. There's a couple folks who like radio. I love radio. That's my passion.
Me too.
But I like this too, because you can see it.
Yeah, it's a lot easier running the camera for radio, I'll tell you that. I have a lot more time to make snarky comments.
3:51 to play in this ball game. We've had fun tonight. The Lady Trojans have as well, but just trying to close out this regular season with some momentum. Here's a baseline little runner. Shot no good. Man pulled out of there. Shot by Michaela Osmus, her first take. Freshman. She's going to be a good one. We watch her in JV quite a bit, and she's tenacious, no doubt about it. They may lean on her a little bit next year. Again, from this ball handling perspective, because she takes good care of the basketball. Off to the right side for Kester. Now Bailey. Skip pass. Off the mark. Tracked down by Osmus. It'll be kept alive here, 50-21. 3:03 to play. In this ball game, here's Thomas. Long two, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by Compton. Ball knocked out of bounds. Being hassled there down the floor by Osmus is Compton.
Trojans will have some pretty good skill players. They look like they might be vertically challenged, though, next year.
Shot up, no good. Knocked around. Alyssa Gardner will be in there. She'll play up post along with Brittany Bailey. It'll be a little bit of size, be okay. But one of the best teams Lady Trojans ever had didn't have a single person that went over 5'8". So anything can happen. It's got to be skilled in a lot of different areas. It's got to be really, 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 really good at everything else but height. And then when you're really, really, really good at everything else and have a 6'5" post, you win state championship.
That's right.
Works out. 6-foot guard and Kaylee Augustine and a point guard that's going to go play at Pittsburgh State. And some other Olivia Hansen wing. I mean, that team was unlike most, unlike any. Lady Trojans just trying to get a little help and win another CNC title. Get to sub-state and shot up by Bailey up and good. That left hand. Lady Trojans make it back to the state tournament. This team will have this senior class with just J.C. Murphy and Sydney Crane will have played all 4 years at state. That's a feat that nobody has ever accomplished or been a part of Girard Lady Trojan basketball. 47-42, the latest update there from Galena. Galena on top by 5, and so 2:45 to play in that fourth quarter here in this one. 52-21, Lady Trojans all over the Lady Rams. Trying to entry pass down inside, intended for Gardner, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Trojans. Running clock here with 1:25 to play. Evans Motors postgame show coming your way in a little bit. We'll talk about this one briefly. We'll recap your scores. Try to keep you up to date on the action going on over there in Bulldog Country. And we'll talk to the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, as well. Alyssa Gardner gets a bucket for the Trojans. The subs have come in here and added to their lead. Rams have brought in some subs as well. The ball knocked out of bounds. Good hustle there by Bailey. And the second game in a row. I'm going to say this now with 50 seconds to go, but
danger.
Bailey has played with 4 fouls in the entire fourth quarter and managed to stay in the ball game. Just shot from the free throw line. Knocked around. She's going to bring it up the floor. Lead the break.
Yeah.
Up off that left side.
the
Laid off the
hole.
glass and good.
To the hole.
Brittany Bailey.
Coast to coast.
She's got double figures again. 2 straight ball games for her. Dump off left side. Price. No, that's Phillips. She'll step up. She'll drop one in. Little Jaden Phillips. 13 seconds to play here in this one. Here's a shot by Kester. Up and around. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by the Rams. 6 seconds. 2-1 and they'll fire one off at the buzzer.
Close.
And that's the end of the ball game. The Girard Lady Trojans going to cruise to victory here in their CNC finale. And again, all of their fate now rests in the hands of the St. Mary's Colgan Panthers, taking place over there in Galena. Latest update in that ball game, 47-42 Lady Trojans, 47-42 Galena Bulldogs on top by 5 with 2:45 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll try to update you on that one. We'll also get your final stats. We'll talk to head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, all next here on the Evans Motors postgame show. Evans Motors and getting people on the road since 1935. Stop by the lot there south of Pittsburgh. Talk to Nate already and let them get you in a car that is right for you and your family. And line you up a test drive, or you can check out everything they have there on their online showroom at evansmotors.net. Final score here in this one, Lady Trojans win at 56-23. We're back to talk about it on the Evans Motors postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season. Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090. Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back at here, Riverton High School, BJ Harris, Josh Lettner, as we're wrapping up the front side of our basketball doubleheader. The Girard Lady Trojans victorious over the Riverton Rams, 56-23. The final score in this one as they cruised to victory. Game started out on a 14-0 run. Lady Trojans led 14-2 after one quarter of play, led 33-12 at halftime, and just never looked back in this game. Pulled it out to 29, 47-18 at the end of three, and right now finished with a 33-point victory. Final score, 56-23. Let's take a look at your final stats brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living, allowing seniors to remain active and enjoying their daily lives in a worry-free, stress-free environment. Stop by their location there just on the west edge of Pittsburgh, or west edge of Girard, rather, and see Kathy to learn more about what Westridge Assisted Living has to offer your loved ones. First up for the Riverton Rams, 8 points from Jamie Compton, 6 in the second half. She also went 0 for 3 in the second half. Free throws should have been in double figures. And then 3 points from Nellie Weaver, 3 points from Journey Adams, 3 from Cameron Compton, 2 points apiece from Kimmy Qualls and Jaden Phillips for the Lady Rams. 23 points from Sydney Crane tonight to lead all scorers once again. She's been at 20-point totals most of the year. 23 for her. She averages right at 23.8 points per ball game, so the Rams kept her below her average on the season. I guess that's a victory. And then Brittany Bailey, double figures again, 10 points for her, 7 points from Gabby Sands, 4 points from Jada Valley, 3 from JoJo Ferguson, 3 from JC Murphy, and 2 from Tori Amos. 50-49 is the score with a minute 18 to play in the fourth quarter down the road in Galena. Galena Bulldogs on top by 1 with a minute 18 to play in that one. That's the one we're watching here in this one. The Girard Lady Trojans took care of business on their part of things, and the Trojans win it here tonight, 56-23. They've got senior night here inside this gym, and so the Trojans will wait for that before the men take the floor. But going to name our player of the game. Player of the game brought to you by Brokoff Construction, where they specialize in new home construction. To learn more or to get a free estimate, call Matt Brokoff at 620-687-2381. And, once again, I think obviously Sydney Crane, 23 points for her. Brittany Bailey again. She got an honorable mention the other night. She'll get another one. Played with those 4 fouls and was able to do that for another ball game. And Gabby Sands, a couple of big shots for her. She finished with 7 points in the ball game. Our player of the game brought to you by Brokoff Construction. We'll step away, take another break. We'll come back. We'll talk to the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, on the Evans Motors postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck. First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics.
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Riverton High School, as we Back out here at Riverton High School, as Girard Lady Trojans win it here. We had a long break there trying to watch the finale here of the Galena and Colgan game, and so Coach can get a chance to watch that here as he's waiting for that. But the Lady Trojans, you took care of your part of the business, Coach. Had to come here and get a win. Now you're kind of resting on somebody else. I know that's not your style, but that's the way it is. Galena goes the free throw line, or Colgan rather goes the free throw line, makes it. They make both of those. Up by 2 here with just seconds left over there in Galena. And a timeout going to be taken by Galena. We'll talk about your girls while we're in this timeout, but the Lady Trojans take care of your business here. Waiting for this one right now. 52-50 is the score there. What was that, 13.5 seconds to play. So if Galena loses this, you get a share of that CNC title. But ultimately, you got to come down here and win against Riverton. You do that.
Yeah, girls took care of business tonight. I talked the whole time, stressed before the game, hey, they're going to give the ball up a little bit to us. Let's not be sloppy here. It's really easy to play down and get sloppy. And I never thought our girls did that, really. I thought we executed our offensive plays, that we didn't always make the shots. But overall, I thought they did an amazing job of, taking care of business, just like you said. Sydney Crane just keeps the engine that drives us. But, tonight, Britley Bailey, Gabby Sands hit a couple big shots early, I think. And just all the way along there, kids did their jobs. We were up 29, wanted to trigger that running clock. It didn't trigger that running clock. And so our young kids got more time. And that's a good thing. That's invaluable time for them down the stretch there to get that time. And, they took it up over 30, and so for your young kids to be able to come out and execute and do their job, what a great thing.
Again, the key was, you mentioned it, to come out here and don't get caught in bad habits, don't get sloppy as well, but you got to be careful there, and they throw it out of bounds. We're watching. It's excitement. I said your game was, no offense, not all that exciting, but watching this one kind of progress is right now Galena and Colgan in a good one. The winner of this ball game could determine whether the Lady Trojans get a share of the CNC title. And Galena, loose ball, it's on the floor, jump ball, and alternating possession, though. Looks like it's going to be in possession of Colgan. Colgan get the ball back, and probably single digits. But the key was to go into this ball game and not get sloppy, not learn those bad habits. We've seen that before in the season. You feel like you avoided that a little bit here tonight?
Absolutely. I think the kids overall did a good job. Again, would I like to have hit more of those layups and those easy shots that we had? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, that wasn't. That just didn't happen for us. We came out and did a great job, and
that's it. Final. Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, wow. For these girls, if you'd have told me, at the beginning of the season that these girls would win a Wilson County championship and share a league title, I can't, and nothing's happened really different on our end.
Right.
You don't want to have to be looking at the thing, monitor. Right. I think back to a double overtime game that we just couldn't get a hold of at home. I think back to a three-pointer with no time left at the end of the game against Galena. And, the girls have persevered. And, what a great confidence builder for them to be able to say they're CNC champs. And one more game left on our schedule. We got to continue to sharpen the knife and get ready for sub-state. Anything's possible. You get into sub-state, and it used to be you win 6 games. The way our format is now with 4A Division II, it's 5 games. It's a 5-game tournament that you win 5 games, you win 2 first, and then you worry about the next ones. But then 3 games and you're state champion. So, stranger things have happened. Love the development of Jada Valley. Love how Britley Bailey's coming on, and if those two can come on along with Gabby and JC and everybody else continue, thought we played tremendous defense tonight. We took out number 11 for them, and just can't say enough overall about that.
Well, I'll let you go tell your girls. Some of them probably are realizing about now and go celebrate with them. But 3 straight CNC titles, you get a share of this one. That's got to be pretty sweet and get some momentum running down the line here.
8 and 12 years overall. So, what a great tradition for these girls to be a part of and be able to, and like I say, I know it's corny, but, down the road, they're going to have kids, and they're going to be pointing up at a banner, and it's going to, it's going to have this year on it, and just very, very proud of the girls, and and where we are right now. We've had some valleys, but obviously, we're moving up.
All right, Coach. Appreciate your time as always. Again, congratulations and good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Evans Motors postgame show as the Girard Lady Trojans win it here over Riverton 56-23, and they get the help they need from the Galena Bulldogs to win for the help they need from the Colgan Panthers, really, to win a CNC title. The Lady Trojans are going to share it with Colgan, Galena, and Girard, a three-way tie, both 3-2. On the season. Again, his 2 losses in the CNC, a double overtime loss to Columbus, and then the buzzer beater to Galena, 2 games that they had won more than a couple of times, and so it was nip and tuck, and that's how balanced this conference was this season, probably as good as I've seen it as far as parity within the conference. Lady Trojans win it here tonight, 56-23. It's time to kick off our Community National Bank and Trust postgame show as the Girard Lady Trojans here as they win it. Lady Trojans win it here 56-23. Time to get started on the pregame show brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Lady Trojans win it. Co-champs, the CNC. Trojan men next. You're watching it here on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris back along with you as we settle in for the backside of a high school basketball doubleheader tonight. The final game of the 2017-18 CNC schedule. Still got one more left in the regular season on Thursday. But talking to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, and Coach Boyd coming off a tough one against a really good Colgan team, one of the better teams in southeast Kansas. And you guys were right there with them throughout a big duration of it. In fact, we're in the driver's seat for a good portion of it as well. But just in the end, came up a little bit short. Kind of went back and thought about that ball game. What was the difference for your team?
We had some bad turnovers. Didn't make some free throws early on that, could have stretched things out a little bit and give us a little bit more of a cushion. And defensively, I didn't think we played real well. A lot of that's due to them.
Right.
Got to give them some credit because they took advantage of us in some areas. But, kids fought hard. Both teams fought hard. Probably a good fun game to watch. But, we come up a little bit short, and we've got to correct some things to where, that doesn't happen the next time we face somebody that caliber of team.
Yeah, what's the challenge as you go through the whole season? And basically what a season is giving you time to get better, but also every team that you're going to face time to figure out ways to beat you. And it seems to be there's some teams that are starting to get a little bit of a playbook on you. How do you continue to adjust? And certainly, you're looking at, teams have found at least a slight answer for Caleb Muya, although he'll still go get his from time to time. But how do you make those adjustments? How do you make sure that you're staying ahead of the curve a little bit on those other teams?
It's one of those cliches that you love to hear, but you've got to go back to the fundamentals and make sure that you're doing the little things right. And that's something we really worked hard on yesterday. And, you know, we can look at things that people are doing to us, and it just comes back to fundamentals. Are we cutting hard? Are we rubbing off the screens? Are we boxing out? All those little fun games, you know, you've got to do them better than the other team. And when you don't, you end up short on the stick. So there's no secrets. It's a matter of coming out and playing well and doing the little things right. If you can do that, you're going to be successful.
Completely understand the fundamental part of it. There's also a little bit of a mental aspect to it, too. And at times you guys have handled that pressure really well. But at times you can look back, Katy Valley game, obviously this Colgan game, where it's obvious that the varsity experience is not as where, you know, there's not as many kids that have that high varsity experience, have played as many games, especially when you get a game against like Colgan, where all those kids have played quite a bit of varsity time and have seen those situations. How do you, it's not really something you can coach necessarily, but how do you approach that and say, hey, when we get into this moment again, here's what we need to do?
Yeah, you know, at this point in the season, I feel like our kids have got plenty of varsity experience. So it's a matter of coming out and getting it done and believing in yourself. And a lot of times before you can believe in yourself, you actually have to see yourself succeed.
Sure.
And we've had some success at times, but, you know, like you said, there's been other times when the pressure's gotten to us a little bit and we haven't looked as good as what we should. But I think our kids are growing. We got to remember they're still kids. Sure. I got to tell myself that once in a while, but yeah, it's a work in progress. You just keep plugging along each day, and you know, hopefully here in a week we've got everything figured out because it's do or die time here in another week. So we've got to make sure we're at our best at that time.
Yeah, we've seen it throughout the year where it's obvious that this team has what it takes. You're going to get into a sub-state that's competitive but certainly winnable. But as you go down the stretch here, these final two ball games coming up next, we got the Riverton Rams. What do you know of them? What do you expect out of the Ramblers?
Their team is very scary. You can't go in there and overlook them. I played Frontenac just Friday night, and I think they ended up losing by 4 points. Really a good ball game. Close, hard-fought game. I think Riverton was up for quite a bit of the ball game, actually the majority of the ball game probably. So they've got several kids that can shoot the ball, and they got a big kid that's inside. Coach Shockey's doing a good job with them. He's got them playing good, hard-nosed defense, and they're going to get up and get after you, and they're not going to lay down. So it's a team we've got to be ready for and make sure we come out and play our game.
All right, Coach. We'll get it going on next. We appreciate your time as always, and good luck.
All right. Thanks, BJ.
Head coach of the Girard Trojans, Ron Westcott, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come, your starting lineups, keys of the game, opening tip-off from Riverton Trojans Rams next on Girard Sports Live. Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241. Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
If you're in the market to buy or
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here to Riverton High Schools. We get ready for the backside of our high school basketball doubleheader tonight, the final game of the CNC regular season. We are back in action coming up on Thursday as the Trojans make the trip to Oswego to take on the Indians. We'll have that game for you as we have every game here on Girard Sports Live. The Trojans get ready to take on the Riverton Rams. Chance to look at your keys to the game, brought to you by Fort Scott Community College. With 40 fields of study, there's something for everyone at Fort Scott Community College. Students can take general education courses, complete an associate's degree or certificate. Visit fortscott.edu or call 620-223-2700 for more information. Josh, your keys to the game.
I would say for the Trojans, just play loose. There's not a lot of atmosphere in here tonight. They're going to have to bring their own energy. And, you know, with this group, you got enough characters on this team that they can do that. They can feed off of each other, and I think that's what they're going to need to do to get this thing going here tonight. Just play loose, try and start fast here on the road, and feed off each other.
They're trying to figure out a way to bounce back. Tough loss against Colgan. Again, pretty much took them out of chance for the CNC title, although, you know, stranger things have happened. Galena could beat Colgan, and then we'll see what happens. But we're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll step away, take a quick break, come back, and get ready to go here in Riverton. The Trojans and Rams next on Girard Sports Live.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem by the choral group. What you and I have come to an agreement that we always prefer the choral arrangement is always the best way to hear the national anthem. It's just.
You didn't like Fergie's the other night?
No, I didn't hear it until I heard a news story on it recently.
My.
And if there's a news story being done about you, then
you know you've really messed it up.
Probably not great.
Yeah, you know you've done a good job with the national anthem when nobody says anything about it.
Hell, they did a good job when we're talking about it.
Yeah, well, they did a great job.
Starting lineups brought to you by Pearls and Curls Boutique, shabby chic new boutique there on the south side of the square in Girard. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Pearls and Curls Boutique. They're next to Sheer Expressions. See all their arrivals at facebook.com/Pearls and Curls KS. For the Riverton Rams, it'll be number 4, Travis Comer. Number 20, Tyler Hallam. Number 23 for Jared McMaster. Number 34. Number 34. I can't find it at the very top of the page. Why wouldn't it be? Bailey Lansford.
I always start off with 34.
And number 42. Number 42 for them is Connor Hildebrand. Again, this roster not in numerical order.
That's by weight.
Not in alphabetical order.
It's by weight.
It can't be in weight because there's no heights or classes on where they are. I cannot find
Whoever
a rhyme
made
or
the
reason.
roster knows their weights.
Well,
So,
I've never seen anything like it. I mean, the girls is at least in numerical order.
maybe it's by bench press. Like,
Oh boy, I mean that is.
I mean, of
Again,
course.
I could teach a class. I could do an hour on just rosters in high schools across the state.
I'd sleep through that.
Yeah. At center court, opening tip-off brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas. Sign up for classes. Larrett Ceramics. Opening tip going to be won by the Trojans. At center court it was. Jumping off there. Caleb Muya along with Jared McMaster. Trojans drive. And Ethan Goff somehow shot it and somehow got it back in his hand. Trojans have it on left side for Ryder Whirl. Ethan has led the Trojans in scoring each of the last 3 ball games. Troike elevating, baseline shot no good. Rebound, Brett Ferguson goes fighting in there, and jump ball going to be in favor of the Rams as they'll have it for their first possession of the ball game. He had 5 threes the other night, did Ethan Goff. I forgot
Here's a
to
mass
mention that.
substitution.
Oh, starters, senior night.
Seniors, yeah.
Well,
Enough of
naturally, as
that.
I'm writing down the people who started. Just checking in, one of those guys is number 13 for them, Tyler.
I mean, how were
Zustiak.
you to know they were seniors, right?
Yeah, exactly. Tyler Zustiak, number 13 into the ball game. He'll have it top of the key here. Also checking in, number 12 for them, Carson Shockley. Long possession here already for the Rams, and they're being patient with it. Zustiak will push off after getting it from Travis Comer, number 4. Dump off inside, off the glass, and good for the Rams. Up with that one was Bailey Lansford. And he gets the early 2-0 lead here for the Trojans, or for the Rams, rather. They take the lead to start this one. Ethan Goff, number 3, he'll start off where he left off the other night. Again, knocking down another 3 again. He had 5 against Colgan. The previous Friday against Independence, he had 6. He likes his Fridays. He had a pretty good Tuesday night last week against Galena as well. Here on the right side, it's Zustiak. Dump off, and a 3-second violation be called against Lansford. One over there on the left side, also checking in, I mentioned Carson Shockley, number 12. Trojans with it. Drive, Muya, tons of contact, and a little shaking up there for the Rams as number 3, Gage Kirby, kind of came off that contact a little funky, and it'll be his first team foul. Number 1, elevate, high off the glass, no good. Tipped around, Brett Ferguson's been the trash man there, down inside the paint. That time can't get it to go, and here come the Rams with a 2-0 lead here, 5:52 to play in this opening quarter of this ball game. Again, apologize, no scoring bug there to top right. Technical issues, but dump off inside Lansford. He'll let it catch the front rim and roll in there. Bailey Lansford, big body down inside. It's been too much for the Trojans to handle here for a couple of possessions. And
You got to go at him on the offensive end.
Troike will have it on the right side. Puts it on the deck. There's Lansford.
Go at him.
They will pull it down, pull up. 10-footer on the way, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by the Rams. Ball kicked around and kicked out of there. Got up by Ryder Whirl. Great hustle by Brett Ferguson. And 4-3. There's Whirl. 3 on the way, no good. Rams lead it by 1. Looking to drive, scoop off Zustiak. Another gather up by Ryder. Trojans a chance to take back the lead here. Troy keep pumping, now driving. Kick back, good dish. Up and good for Ryder Whirl.
Good ball movement.
Trojans back in front, 5-4. Here, 4:25 to play on the right side. Comer, he'll get fouled, and it's going to be on the Trojans. As Evan Troike, Evan fouled out of that ball game. Evan had a kind of a rough night the other night. He played really good defense as he typically does. Just offensively didn't have a lot going on. Did hit 2 threes in the fourth quarter. It allowed the Trojans to even have a shot, and then promptly fouled out after those 2 threes went down. They needed him down the final couple seconds. He did that late, but would have been huge to have him on the floor. So if he bounces back here in this ball game, so far even a little bit better. First foul though for him. Riverton very patient here in the half court. Off left side. Just checking into the ball game also for them is Bryce Johnson, number 22, and timeout. No timeout going to be taken by the Rams. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. It's a 30. We're back at 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports.
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crocan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Trojans holding on to a 1-point lead here. Riverton with the basketball as we come out of the timeout. Trojans lead it 4-5. Ethan Goff with the steal and the save. Ryder, little runner in the paint, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by Bryce Johnson for the Rams. Here they come from left to right now. Johnson catching on the right wing to the right corner. Catch 3 from the corner, no good. On the take by Carson Shockley. And now here comes Muya in transition. He'll elevate, little 10-footer. Trojans need to get to the rim. Don't be settling for those little jumpers in the paint.
Too many floaters in the lane.
Trying to back in, kick. Johnson, he'll put it to the deck. Good-looking athlete there for them. We can only assume his age. I'm going to say maybe a sophomore. And here's a jumper off the glass by maybe another sophomore, just looking at him.
You don't need to know, BJ.
We'll just guess. 6-5, Riverton back in front, back and forth here in this first quarter. Whirl with it, left corner now for Muya. I mean, I could have done a little more prep perhaps, and I'd know there's another runner in the lane. This one will go for Goff. He's got 5 of the Trojans back in front by 1, 7-6. Back and forth we go here in this first quarter, 2:45 to play in it. Trojans holding on to a 1-point lead off left wing. Looking to drive is Comer. He'll elevate, blocked. Carter Doherty with the swat. And here comes Muya in transition. He'll elevate again, little runner. No good. Troike will get it back. Evan needs to clear it. He will outside for Ethan Goff, and they'll reset the offense. Ethan will push it, working against Comer. Lots of contact outside on the right wing now for Muya. Caleb hasn't scored yet in this first quarter. Goff, he'll scoop it off. Interception. Pulled out of there, going up the floor. Good transition defense by Carter Doherty on Carson Shockley. Here's Goff in transition. Shot no good. Whirl there. He'll get it, and he'll be fouled.
Nice ball fake there by Whirl. He was in good position to get that rebound, and you're going to get those kind of fouls if you can get that ball closer to the rim. The Trojans have been settling for those floaters, and you can see Riverton's defenders setting up shop in the middle of that lane and trying to take charges.
Whirl at the free throw line to shoot. That one came off his hand a little funky.
Yeah, I would claim my elbow broke if I was him.
I was talking with Whirl with his dad here just a little while ago before the game, and Ryder can shoot that ball, and the other night he passed up copious amounts of open looks. It didn't take him, and then lo and behold, about 20 seconds left in the game, there he was, wide open for another 3. This one's certainly not going to help his confidence any as he leaves a couple, looks at his right hand, and
I think he may have broken his arm on that one.
But then he all of a sudden the ball's in his hands with 20 seconds ago, and you got to make a three-pointer to win it, and you haven't taken those shots earlier in the game, and just a matter of building that confidence throughout it. See if he hopefully did not get hurt. His defense has been phenomenal this season. Trojans defense on this possession is real good. Out of the right wing, looking to go in the paint, shot up, knocked around, and out of bounds. We're going to give it to the Trojans.
Now, if I'm a Riverton fan, I'm like, how did all that contact occur?
Yep.
And it's out of bounds off of us. That should have been a foul, but I'm not a Riverton fan. So.
Carter Brown checking into the ball game for the Rams. They're going pretty deep. All of the Rams. Here's Troike. Kick. Muya set his feet. Fire. Three. No good. And rebound pulled out of there by Brown. Outlet. Here comes the Rams. Max Morrow, number 5, into the ball game. Shot no good by Riverton. Also checking in for the Rams is number 15, Cade Riggins. Troike will have it just left of the circle. They've already gone 11 deep. We have the Rams. Here's Goff with a good look on the baseline. Ball knocked out of there. He comes back with it. Ethan, kick it. Whirl. He'll penetrate. He's nowhere to go with it. He'll scoot back off for Goff. And a reset here with 38 seconds to play in this first quarter. Trojans leading at 7-6. It's been back and forth throughout this entire first quarter. Top of the key. Off left wing. Back around on the right wing now. For Whirl, inside for Muya. He'll put it up. Tons of contact, no foul. And Caleb going to get his first field goal of the ball game. Give the Trojans.
Thought that might have been a charge.
A 3-point lead here with 9 seconds to play now. In the backcourt, Johnson. Rams just like to get a look at it here. The Trojans are going to pretty much deny right now. They will finally get a look at it. Johnson, little runner at the buzzer. No good. That was a shot. He called it off. If that didn't go down, he was going to be. If that one went down, they were going to wave it off and say it was no shot. I think that was taking plenty of time, but
wow,
in the end,
he missed the call.
It doesn't matter. 9-6, your score, Trojans. Lead by 3. We're back in 1. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
It's good to have that kind of support.
Yeah. 9-6, your score. Trojans lead it here by 3. A low-scoring affair here tonight in Riverton. Again, just joining us, Lady Trojans victorious earlier tonight, 56-23. That's a significant score. The more significant score is 52-50, which was the final score between Colgan and Galena. Then a Colgan beating Galena in Galena for a chance to win a share of the CNC title for Colgan. It was a share of the CNC title for Galena, but what they maybe didn't realize just down the road, here's the Lady Trojans, also CNC champs. So a 3-way tie for CNC title, and Lady Trojans 3-time CNC champions by way of that loss by Galena. So Bulldogs beat the Trojans and then went on and lost 2 straight after they did that last Tuesday.
And really, Lady Trojans just a couple of possessions away from the outright championship.
Second 3-point attempt by Caleb Muya, no good.
He's settling for that.
Outside, Stott about a 3 to take it off to Johnson, now left wing. Carson Shockley, now baseline Johnson, poked around. That's Brown rather, Carter Brown, and jump ball going to be in favor of the Rams.
Brett getting after it down there.
Yeah, he's just been such a nice contributor for the Trojans this year. Just has really stepped up, gotten better. Continues to work at it, brings so much energy out there, and they're going to need him here down the stretch of this one. Dump off inside backing. blocked, little contact, rebound though pulled up, shot no good by Lansford, but he is going to be fouled on his second attempt, and it'll be him to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's got 4. There's 6 points already here as we're into the second quarter now. 6:53 to play in the second. 9-6. Trojans up by 3, but Lansford trying to trim that away and can't do it on the first attempt. I didn't talk a lot about it, but I'm trying to think now. Lansford goes and misses the first, makes the second, pulls it to within 2. Trojans have just lost that one. But the Trojans, they're kind of rooting for Galena on the other side of things. Galena gets a win over Colgan. That would give the Trojan men a share of the CNC title. I had not really thought of it yet, maybe because I didn't think it was as likely perhaps for Galena to beat Colgan, but that's an upset that could happen, and if that does, the Trojans could get a share of the CNC title on the boys' side as well. Here's a 3 by Brown on the way good. Big guy.
Riverton's come away with almost every rebound in this game. The Trojans have not been able to pull down many boards. They're just getting shoved out of position down low. And on the offensive end, a lot of shots going up without any rebounders down under the basket.
Ryder elbow. Shot off the bank and good by Brett Ferguson.
That'll work.
Trojans back in front, 11-10. And this game has just been back and forth. Top of the key, controlling it here for Riverton. Outside for Zustiak, and now give way for Comer. Comer will drive, kick back to Zustiak. On the right wing, Brown, another 3. Just hit one from one side, he hits one from the other side. Guess what? Dude can shoot threes. About 6'2" also out there for them. And Riverton's largest lead now back to 2, matching 2, when they led 2-0 to begin this ballgame. Muya, he'll stop at the free throw line. Caleb's going to have to just get more aggressive and drive to the rim and try to get that contact. He has not been getting the call, and I understand that. Like this, Brett, scoop it up, shot no good, but he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2. When Brett Ferguson's your most aggressive ball guy taking it to the rim.
He knocked knees with somebody, too. Came up a little lame there, as you see.
Trying to shake that off of Brett. There's a senior. There's 2 seniors on this team, Brett Ferguson and Ethan Goff, the 2 seniors. And Brett, with that sore knee, goes to the free throw line and drops in the first one. Nothing against Brett, but he should not be the one pushing the issue, taking it to the rim and trying to step through guys. Caleb's that guy. Ethan's that guy. Troyke's that guy. And so far in this first half, haven't seen enough aggressiveness from those guys. There's a good rebound by the Rams. They're just trying to feed Brown. Jumped. Muya up in transition. Caleb, he'll go up off the glass. Good in the foul. And he will go to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. It started with defense again. How often does it do that? And Caleb ties this ball game up. Has a chance to tie this ball game up. Oh no, he goes over with that bucket. Trojans grabs the lead back for the Trojans. And here's the and 1. Up and good. He's got 5. The Trojans lead by 2. Off left side for Brown. He's got a couple of threes here. Now he'll go baseline. Kick. Stolen away Muya again. Muya and Goff, rather. Ethan, turn around in the paint. Knocked around. Somehow, again, it ends up in his hands. He's had a couple of good ones. Here's Troyke. He'll elevate for 3. Good.
There you go.
Good ball movement, too. Often that leads to buckets. Trojans' largest lead of the ball game now is 5. As they're in the midst of a 7-0 run. Good defense for the Trojans. That's led to this offensive explosion here over the last couple of minutes. Trying to go in, kick. 3 on the way. Missed it badly on the 3-point attempt by Morrow. And then now the Trojans get it back. Here's shot up off the glass. Good. For yet another Riverton Ram player that has just checked in.
Good luck finding him.
Matt Teal. I will eventually.
A little scavenger hunt there.
Yep. And again, they have brought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players already deep here in this first half. Trojans with it. Another turnover by Girard and a foul by Muya. Take care of the basketball. The mantra from Coach Westcott on the far side. 13th foul on the Trojans. First on Caleb. 3:28 to play in the first half. Trojans lead at 18-15. Led by as many as 5. They've trailed several times in this ball game as well. Right now they have the lead. Rams have the basketball, however. On the left side for Comer. To the right wing for Shockley. Back to Comer, left wing. And another steal by Caleb Muya. Caleb nearly lost it.
To the hole.
He'll get it back, and foul going to be called. Yep. He was trying to get there. Just a ton of contact. They were trying to keep him away just to not make it as easy, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Will Muya. 1 for 1 on the night from the charity stripe on the season. Caleb, 58%. 66 of 113. He's had some practice at it. And here's the first. Up and good. He's got 6. Trojans back in front by 4. And it's good. Made a ball so far. Back to a 5-point lead for the Trojans. 3:03 to play in the first half. Pressure's gotten to the Rams a few times. On the right wing for Comer. Dump off inside kick. On the left wing, looking to slash through. This time is Morrow. And a travel going to be called
how
on
was
him.
that not a walk?
Yeah, traveling violation to be called on Matt Teal. And back to the Trojans. It goes here with 2:51 to play in this first half. Trojans lead at 20-15. Coach barking out the play there on the far side. Here's Muya, the free throw line. They triple on him. Ethan trying to maybe do a little too much, and he'll go into the stage and pick himself up. Rams have kind of wavered, been pretty good defense at times, and then been not so good defense at times, and this time, pretty good stop for them. Trojans a little out of control going down inside the paint. And they easy to be critical on Caleb not going to the rim a couple of times here in this first half, but the teams that's their main focus in practice, and that's their main focus is to triple on him if you have to get him into the lane, because once he does get within about 5 feet of the goal, it's as good as down. Here's a 3 up, no good. Rebound, Carter trying to go on there. Nearly saved. Good effort by Lansford, but to go to bounds off of the Rams, and back to the Trojans here, 2:05 to play. Off left side. And another steal. Turnover by the Trojans. Here in front court comes Morrow. Off the glass, no good, but he is fouled. And Troike going to pick up his second personal foul. Team foul number 5 on the Trojans. Team foul number 4, rather, on the Trojans. Minute 49 to play in the first half, 20-15. And Morrow with the free throw line to shoot 2, and he misses the first one. And Morrow misses the first, makes the second one. Trims the lead back down to 4. 20-16. Minute 44 to play. Pressure going to be applied by the Rams. They'll get a trap over the right side, kind of loose. Back around Troike. Here's Whirl. Back outside to Troike. Evan going to direct traffic and bring Ryder around to the top of the key and have him reset with just under 90 seconds to play in the first half. For our National Bank halftime show come, they draw a play up to get Ethan a wide open. Look at a 3, up and good. Goff knocks down his second 3 of the first half. He's got 8 points. Trojans in front, 23-16. As that puts them up on their largest lead now at 7 in this first half. Much more competitive ball game here than we've seen earlier tonight. Lady Trojans stormed out to a good lead and cruised to victory. Trojans just a little bit kind of playing down to the competition in this ball game, just kind of allowing kind of the lack of atmosphere perhaps to dictate the tone and tempo of this ball game. Not that typical aggressiveness we've seen from the Trojans at times this year. There's a double dribble.
I was going to say what.
That's illegal. And a timeout. Nope, sub's going to be in. Muya will check into the ball game. And replace Carter Doherty. Nope, replace Brett Ferguson, rather.
Smaller lineup now on the floor for the Trojans.
Dylan Collins into the ball game as well. As Doherty sits down and Ferguson sits down. Off left side for Troike, 47 seconds to play in this opening half. 23-16, Trojans in front. And a near steal, but a foul going to be called instead on Morrow. He'll pick up his first personal foul. It'll be team foul number 6 on the Rams. 35.3 seconds to play in this first half. Muya with it. He'll bring it across the timeline here with 30 seconds to play in the half. Trojans perhaps to work for the final shot of this quarter. Whirl.
They're doing
Troike, shake and bake there. Outside for Collins. He can shoot that three. 14 seconds. Now the Trojans try to get this play ran. 10 seconds. 7 seconds. Muya. Troike. He'll drive. Kick. They get the look from Goff. Up no good. They got the look they were looking for. Just didn't get it to go. The Trojans still lead by 7 here at the halftime break. Trying to shake off a little feisty Riverton team. Talk about this first half. We got your Canard Care on the game. Got your halftime stats. All that more here to come on the halftime show, brought to you by our good friends at Girard National Bank, bringing you community banking at its best. Girard National Bank is committed to providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to Girard National Bank. Trojans lead it here at the break, 23-16. We'll talk about it next on the Girard National Bank halftime show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more. Or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call's service as their trucks crisscross southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call's Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back out here at halftime of this one. The Girard Trojans on top of the Riverton Rams, but the Rams really keeping pace with the Trojans through a good portion of this first half. Let's take a look at your halftime recap here. Kennar Eye Care, Eye on the Game, brought to you by Kennar Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, they have nearly doubled their space and extended their hours. Locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kennar Eye Care, the clear choice. Call 620-235-1737. Trojans and Rams in this one, in that first half, had 9 lead changes. It was a rare one. 9 lead changes, no ties. Just back and forth it kind of went in that first half. Rams jumped out to an early 2-0 lead. Trojans took their first lead 3-2. Rams got it right back 4-3. And it kind of went back and forth like that. Trojans grabbed the lead, their largest lead. At that point, it was 3. At the end of the first quarter, as they led 9-6. Into the second quarter, again, it went back and forth. A couple of second quarter threes by Carter Brown for the Rams kept them in it. That was their only field goals in the second quarter, but it was enough to keep them to keep pace for a little while. But the Trojans started to pull away finally, and right now the largest lead of the game for either team is 7 points. The Trojans have it as they lead at 23-16 here over the Riverton Rams. Take a look at your halftime stats brought to you by Exchange State Bank. One of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated, providing quality customer service, online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and more. At Exchange State Bank, you're not just dealing with bank employees, you're banking with your friends. Learn more at esbks.com. First up for the Rams, they've got those 6 points from Carter Brown, 5 points from Bailey Lansford, and then 2 points from Travis Comer and 1 point from Max Morrow. That's it for them, as they've got 16 here at the break. Trojans have gotten quite a bit of contribution across the board. They've got 5 players. The Rams have played 13 guys and have 4 guys who have scored. The Trojans have played 6 or 7 guys, and they've got 5 guys that have scored. So by ratio, they're doing better. 8 points from Ethan Goff, including 2 from behind the arc. 7 points from Caleb Muya, including 3 for 3 from the free throw line in that first half. And then 3 points from Brett Ferguson, 3 from Evan Troike, 1 behind the arc there. And then 2 points from Ryder Worrell for the Trojans, as they've got 23 here at halftime. Lady Trojans won it earlier tonight, 56-23, and then got help from the Colgan Panthers as they knocked off Galena 52-50. So the Trojans, Panthers, and Bulldogs all share a piece of the CNC title, as 3 teams end up with 3-2 records. 23-16 your halftime score in this one. Back in action coming up on Thursday as the Trojans close out the regular season against Oswego, and then we get going for Sub-State a week from Thursday. So they'll play Thursday, and then it'll be the following Thursday. We'll get going again. Ladies will play first at Frontenac, probably against Prairie View, and then the men will play Friday, probably against Prairie View. And then they will both play the winner of either Iola or Frontenac in the Sub-State Championship game. These are being taking place again in Frontenac, is where the games are being played. And so it should be a lot of fun as we get ready for that coming up on the home stretch of this basketball season. Spring sports we have as well. As we made the commitment, we've got some good support from around the community as well to bring you some softball and baseball. That's going to be new for me. Of course, this was new for me too in football season. So we're learning as we go. We'll see how it goes, Josh. But
there's a lot of time to small talk and tell stories. We're going to get in real trouble.
That could get us in some trouble. We're going to do 5 softball games in the regular season. We're going to do 2 baseball games. Baseball is a little more difficult with our limited technology we have here, and we're trying to do the best we can with what we have. And so they've indicated to me that baseball is very difficult to do on video. I'm going to do it anyway. And so we're going to do a baseball game against for the Trojans on April 9th. Looking excited to see what Coach Beaver has rolled out for them. And then Coach Benzie and his crew getting ready for the girls on the softball side again. They're the 4A2 defending state champs. And we're going to go rolling right on with them into the playoffs and on into state, hopefully, for both those teams that'll be out in Salina this year. Don't forget that has been in Emporia, I think, here the last few years. It's going to be in Salina. It will be state, hopefully, and we'll get to go with you on that over, I believe that's Memorial Day weekend coming up here in 2018. So
Don't they
appreciate
still have
all that support.
snow on the ground in May in Salina?
They probably have been known to, certainly.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully not that late. But we'll do as much as we can. As we've got tremendous support again from the community to bring you everything here on Girard Sports Live. We're going to step away and show you some of those supporters here one last time as we get ready to come back in second half action. The Trojans lead it here at the break, 23-16. You're watching it on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Still got plenty of rooms, by the way. I just showed you that softball, baseball schedule. We're going to do some regular season games, some post-season games, but we still have plenty of room for sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some good support.
We always got room for sponsors.
I've got a room, I think, looking at what we can squeeze into a softball doubleheader. Got room for about 6 to 8 more sponsors to jump on board, and if we do that, we'll have a full slate, and you'll get full maximum exposure, and it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't called a softball game in a long time.
Like every time they go to the bullpen, that's like a.
Honestly, I was thinking about that
break.
the other day. I think it was Marissa Poppy was in the circle for the Lady Trojans the last time I broadcast a softball game, and so that's been some time. They were pretty darn good back then. They're really good now. Trojan Mendo trying to fight off a feisty little Riverton basketball team here in this CNC finale. Trojans have the lead up by 7, their largest lead of the ball game as we're underway here in this second half, 23-16. Booyah going to attack, pull up, off the glass and good.
You got to think Coach Westcott, in his halftime speech, told them to get a little bit more aggressive going to the basket. Good things are going to happen.
9 points now, the largest lead of the ball game for the Trojans. They also probably wanted to keep the pressure going on defense. Top of the key controlled here for Shockley. Comer off up a little tighter defensively. Out on the right side for Zustiak. Back around Comer. Here left wing for Kirby. Engage Kirby. Knocks it down for the Rams. Long two. 25-18. Whirl, dump off. Troike, and a charge going to be called against Ryder. Yep, a little out of control into the paint. Too much momentum going forward before he kicked that one. And it'll be against Ryder Whirl. He'll pick up, I believe, his first personal foul. They're going to call it his second. Team foul number 1 here in the second half on the Trojans. Just over a minute into this second half, Trojans lead at 25-18. This is one of those situations, the Trojans, though, if you let them stick around with you a little bit, a 9-9 season all of a sudden looks pretty good when it's 10-9, and you beat a team that was leading the CNC most of the year. Off right side for Whirl. Runner in the lane, good one by Ryder. And a
foul on Ryder. He
foul.
pushed him after the shot.
A little frustration perhaps there from Ryder. (27-18). And that's not good when you've got those 2 already to pick up your third. And he'll need to come out of the ball game. Dylan Collins will come in for him. And coach just kind of gives him the old, "What's up? What's up, man? What's with that?" In the backcourt, Comer. Get it across, off left side for Shockley. Zustiak out around midcourt. 6:18 to play in the third quarter. Trojans up by 9, 27-18. Dump off inside. They get a good look at it. Good defense by the Trojans. Collins. Trojans wanted to run with it. And good transition defense by the Rams. Here's Goff on the left wing. He'll get a hand in his face. Ferguson needs a little help. Now Troike into the paint. Kick, swatted out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans here with 5:49 to play in the third quarter. 27-18 Trojans on top here in this one.
Riverton being a little more active with their hands defensively here to start the second half.
Muiot inbound to Collins. Trying to work his way in there. He'll get it handed off from Troike. Back to Collins. Swing it. Ferguson. Goff. Now he'll drive. Kick. Right side. 3 on the way by Collins. Good.
There you go. Nice ball movement again. And Collins just kind of settled down in that spot and waited for Goff to kind of work him open.
Largest lead of the ball game now is 12. Dillon doesn't take a ton of shots, but when he does, certainly from downtown, he's been fairly consistent from that spot. Well, it looked like they're going to get a look at one there for the Rams, but good defense by the Trojans. Now baseline, good dump off. Lansford, too hard, and a foul. Going to be called late, but
real late
against Ferguson. Nope. I think it's Ferguson. Yes, his first. Brad will pick up his first personal foul. Team foul number 3 on the Trojans. And at the free throw line is Lansford.
Anytime Brett can make it into the second half without any fouls, you're doing pretty good.
Yep, Lansford had 4 points in the first quarter. That's his first second half point. He's only got 6 now in the ball game. Here comes the second one.
Some people are born on third base, BJ. Some people are born with 3 fouls.
Yeah, I would be that latter.
Yeah, me too.
I assure you. Talking about Collins on the season from 3-point range. 3 of 8. So 38% is pretty good. Muiot, a little runner in the paint, knocked around. And
another floater in the lane.
Pulled out of there. Yeah, go strong to the rim.
Especially
outside
in transition like that.
And a walk. Boy, a missed opportunity there for the Rams. Travis Comer had a look at one and shuffled those feet. 30-20. Collins will get past the defense. He'll working on the left wing. Shake and bake there. Little runner baseline, no good. Trojans crashing the board. Troike back outside for Goff. Goff will slash. Collins another look at it from downtown. That one's no good. Troike gets the rebound. He'll put it up. That one's no good. He'll get another rebound. He'll be fouled by Lansford. Trojans crashing the boards. Just can't get the ball to go through the hole. Lansford called for his first. Team foul, his second rather. Team foul number 2. Team foul number 1. Out goes Comer. Out goes Kirby. Back in comes Brown. Brown knocked down a couple of threes along with Johnson. Brown hit 2 second quarter threes. That was the only field goals for the Rams. Here's Muiot, another jumper.
More contact and no call.
And pulled out of there by the Rams.
Maybe that short was short because the guy hit him in the arm.
4:30 to play in this. Here's Brown. He got another look at another 3. No good. And a rebound pulled out of there by Doherty. Here come the Trojans, left to right. Troike, Collins, Doherty on the right wing. Showing his Troike back outside Carter. Thought about it, didn't take it. Everybody's wanting it.
I was saying, didn't think too hard.
All the fans wanted that one. Here's a 3. We like him shooting him. Shot no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Johnson for the Ramblers. He'll scoop off and give way for Zustiak. Zustiak with it here after going to Johnson. Back to Johnson. Catch, fire, 3 on the way. Good. They can hit some threes, and that's scary because that can get them right back in the ball game. It was 12 a little bit ago. Right now it's at 7. 30-23. Trojans need a score. Troike with it. Not a turnover, I can tell you that. Caleb said it was tipped. And the official, yep.
Yeah, surprise.
He'll go over and explain to Coach why he didn't say it was tipped because it looked like some contact. Maybe not.
Yeah, he looks real convinced over there.
Well, Trojans need to stop nonetheless because this was a 12-point game a moment ago, and right now they got a chance to trim it to 5, maybe even 4 here in this possession. They've knocked down all their field goals in the third quarter, or second quarter, and except for one in the third quarter, are from behind the arc. So they've got 9 of their 11. And here's one, and that would have been hilarious if they would have seen us at its contacted it. Lansford going to pick himself up off the deck. Trojan basketball once they get it put back in play here. 3:05 to play in the third quarter. Trojans lead it 30-23. Ryder going to check back into the ball game with those 3 fouls and replace Dylan Collins. So sit down. Troike throwing it back court for Whirl. Ryder going to work with Travis Comer. Amelia with it. Brett Ferguson get ready to come back into the ball game. On the right side for Goff. Now Whirl crossing over. Trying to shove off, get a little room. He'll let one fly. Rattles it in. Ryder playing with a little bit of frustration, a little bit of
there's
bite to it.
a whole lot of flop there too.
Back to a 9-point contest. 2:37 to play in the third. On the right side, Johnson. The elbow, backside, had Brown. Brown just trying to throw something up, and he'll get the contact, he'll get the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot too. Brown's pushed the issue when he's been in there.
That's just Carter's first.
Yeah. He'll pick up his first team foul, number 4, and Brown at the free throw line to shoot 2, and he missed the first one. Brown just 2 field goals, both from behind the arc, both in the second quarter. He led the Rams in scoring at halftime. Right now it's Lansford with 7. Now they both have 7 as he knocks that one down. 32-24. 2:25 to play. In this third quarter, Trojans on top. They went back and forth again, 9 lead changes in the first quarter and a half, and then Trojans have grabbed the lead and maintained it, but just completely can't completely shake off this Riverton team. Here's Troike trying to do it. Crossing over, working against Brown. He's got that step. He'll kick. Back outside. Muya now he'll try to shake. Over to Whirl, and Trojans will have to reset here on the left side for Ferguson. Motion here for the Trojans. Now Whirl trying to get that high percentage shot. Ryder nearly turned it over. Back outside for Troike. Evans faster than these guys. He'll take it up, finally get the contact, and Lansford will likely be the guilty party. It'll be his 3rd, I believe. And team foul number 2. Troike to shoot 2 and leaves the first one shy. Rams on their bench have a former Trojan standout, J.D. Heatherly, as an assistant coach. J.D. can shoot the 3. In fact, he came down here to Riverton. No, that was Baxter Springs a couple years ago, probably close to a decade ago, and put on one of the fine shooting displays just down the road here in Baxter Springs that I've ever seen from behind the arc. Played 2 state championship games. They were pretty good. They were darn good. There's a little runner by Brown, no good. And a foul going to be called on the floor against the Trojans. And it's going to be against Troike, and Evan picking him up like the free. His 3rd. With 1:31 to play in this third quarter. 33-24. And ball will be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with.
Evan never touched it. I guess everybody can watch the game, you know.
Well, one official said it was going that way, and the other one called him off and said it's going back that way. So.
Yeah, the guy was way out of position. That's all right. It's Mr. Charge.
Here's a 3 on the way. No good. But good position there, and a foul on Ferguson. And Brett will pick up his 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 6 on the Trojans. And that's going to send the Rams Matt Teal to the free throw line to shoot 2. 1:17 to play in this third quarter. Trojans trying to just want to get out of town. They just want to get it over with. Just overall flat night here in Cherokee County. Teal will make them both. Timeout going to be taken by the Rams, going to be taken by Coach Shockey. We'll take it along with him. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Minute 17 to play here in the third quarter. The Girard Trojans with the basketball in the lead, up 33-26. Riverton just trying to keep pace with the Trojans. There's Muya with it on the right wing. Caleb, one dribble kick. Here's Troike, three on the way. And a foul going to be called on Ryder. Ryder picks up his fourth personal foul. I'm not sure what happened there. It was away from the ball. Seventh team foul on the Trojans, so it's going to be 1-1 here for the Rams down the stretch. They'll be shooting. I think Ryder trying to fight through a screen, and
they were on offense.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, never mind. Maybe he's setting the screen.
Who knows?
No, that'd be an offensive foul, and then they wouldn't be shooting.
Who knows?
Just grabbing, baby. I don't know.
Yeah, now we're going to discuss it.
Minute 3 to play in this third quarter. Trojans do lead at 33-26, although Brown at the free throw line to shoot 1-1. He knocks down the first one. Now a chance here to pull this to a 5-point game. Trojans led by as many as 12 in this third quarter, but now they're holding on to a tenuous 5-point lead. 33-28. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. 54 seconds to be exact. Troike with it, top of the key. Muya.
Be aggressive here.
Go baseline. Stop, turn around. Off the glass, no good. Rebound, no. Doherty's put back, no good. And jump ball going to be in favor of the Rams here with 41 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Rams now with a chance to make this a one-possession game here. Trojans led 30-18, and since then they've outscored the Trojans 10-3 since that point in this third quarter. And if I'm them, I work for the final shot and try to take all the momentum into the final quarter of play and make this thing interesting down the stretch. Dump off high post for Brown, kick back outside. Move it back around to the Rams. Now turnover. Thrown out of bounds, intended for Brown, and off the mark there by Comer.
Sure Girard didn't tip that one?
It'll go back to the Trojans here with 19.9 seconds. Now they can play for the final shot of the third quarter and try to take some momentum into the locker room. Muya will hand off to Troike with 15 seconds to play. Out around midcourt, 10 seconds. Evan, 9, got it to Goff. Ethan will drive, tons of contact, no foul. And a walk with 2.5 to play. So Trojans can inbound to get one shot at it perhaps here with 2.5. Up by 5. Evan to inbound for the Trojans. Throw it in, good look at it. Up at the glass and good movement by Ethan Goff, and good finding him by Evan Troike, and the Trojans will close out with a bucket there. Ethan's in double figures, and the Trojans lead 35-28, up by 7 when we come back. Final quarter coming your way. Final quarter of the CNC season next on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans! Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Here we go, final quarter of play in this one. The Girard Trojans trying to close out the CNC schedule with a victory. Look at it for Ethan Goff, no good. And a foul going to be called on the Rams.
What?
Perhaps there was a look at the scoreboard there at the end of the third quarter. Noticed a 7-2 team foul discrepancy. They call that on Brown, his first.
What are you talking about?
Team foul number 3 on the Rams. 7:43 to play. Goff kick. Ferguson. Booyah. Caleb off to the right corner now for Worrell. To Muya. Set, fire, 3. Good! Caleb Muya drops in a triple. He took a couple cracks at one in the first half. Trojans lead back in front by 10. They've led by as many as 12 in this ball game. Here's Brown trying to cross over Troike. Evan playing with 4 fouls. 3 fouls, rather. Back out for Brown. Brown at the high post. Kick back outside. Moving around on the right wing for Johnson. Faced up by Muya. Good defense there by the Trojans. Now baseline Comer on the corner. And another stolen away. Bad pass. Comer's. That's not Comer. That's Kirby. Other end of the floor. Muya and the foul. Oh, no.
Not a charge?
No, they were going to say it was on the floor. He was trying to say it was on the floor. Backside official was. And he said no, it was a shooting foul. So that's going to be the and one for Caleb. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot. The and one. Caleb 9 points up to the fourth quarter and got 5 here already to start this fourth quarter. Make it 6. He's also 5 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. And Caleb, he just set the bar so high early on in the season. He's been consistent here down the stretch. The teams have tried to find ways to stop him, and they have. And all of a sudden, you look at your scorebook, and he's got 18 points, 16 points, 15 points, and 10 rebounds.
18 points, yeah.
So that's when you're good. Comer on the right wing.
Yeah, when you score 18, they're like, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, Lansford, a good ball movement there by the Rams.
Yep, he did a nice job sliding in there in the back door.
It's his first field goal since the first quarter. 41-30. Another turnover by the Trojans. Coming the other way. Up in front court, running. Dump. Shot, no good. Rebound, Troike. Shot up, no good by Shockley. And gathered up by Troike for the Trojans. 6:02 to play. In the final quarter, Trojans lead at 41-30. They've led by as many as 13. Right now they lead by 11 at a timeout going to be taken by Coach Westcott. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it. We're back at 30. You're watching Girard High School basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Girard Sports Live.
(41-30), Trojans lead by 11 here. 5:55 to play in this ball game. Rams just a moment ago had it down to a 5-point game with the basketball, chance to make it a 3-point game late in the third quarter, and all of a sudden the Trojans blow out, get going in the third quarter on a nice play by Ethan Goff, and then get 5 quick ones from Caleb Muya, 6 quick ones from Caleb Muya. Alley-oop, almost a dunk, but a tip in will take it. Trojans have come alive offensively finally here in this fourth quarter, and Trojans lead it 43-30. Here's a long two on the way by Zustiak, no good. High, good rebound by Muya. Here come the Trojans. Flying up the floor. Good play, good movement without the basketball for Ryder Whirl, and nice job finding him for Caleb.
And Ryder just filled that lane. The defenders faded over towards Caleb. Good transition.
5:17 to play. Trojans in front now by 15, 45-30. Shockley off right side for Comer. Back around Johnson. He'll elevate. 3 on the way. Hard off the back iron. High rebound, and a foul going to be called against the Rams. I believe Lansford perhaps pushing to clear some space. The big fella down inside the paint. He picks up his 4th personal foul. Team foul number 5 on the Rams. Troike bring it across. Screen from Muya. Push off. Evan gets to the rim. Quick first move. Nice move to the rim that time by Evan. And this Trojan team, just where were they at for the first 3 quarters? Just kind of maintaining, and all of a sudden, boom, up by 17 all of a sudden with 4:49 to play in this ballgame. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. We're back at 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back at it, Riverton High School. Girard Trojans exploding into this fourth quarter. Leading right now 47-30. Josh is trying to quietly yawn from up here in the rafters. If you're just joining us,
at this altitude.
If you're just joining us, Lady Trojans won earlier tonight 56-23, and then got helped out on a perhaps upset win for Colgan over Galena on the girls' side to get a 3-way tie for the CNC championship. So Lady Trojans, a Wilson County Classic championship, a CNC title, and a quick 3 off the timeout by Carson Shockley for the Rams, just trying to stop this bleeding that they've had. Again, it was a 5-point game late in the third, and Trojans now had led by as many as 17, then a 3-point bucket here to make it a 14-point ball game. Caleb with the basketball here, 4:24 to play. In the game, 47-33. Evan, kind of feel like sometimes his speed, he could cross over and
Brett,
get to
just
the
chuck
rim.
it up there, man.
Ferguson, dish, good look. Muya, contact, can't get the bucket to go. And
that's not a charge.
Caleb will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Never,
Shockley going to pick up his.
Never gets old.
Caleb Carson Shockley going to pick up his 2nd personal foul. Caleb will go to the free throw line. Caleb on the night, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe with 4:08 to play in the ball game. 5 for 5. Pretty good day from the fourth quarter. 9 points in the fourth quarter. 18 for the ball game. You know, just your typical 18-point contest.
Ho-hum.
And 19, including 6 from the charity stripe. 49-33. Trojans back in front by 16. They've led by as many as 17. On the right side, they draw up a play to try to get it to Shockley. He'll dish and
throw it away.
Turnover. Yeah, don't dive for that.
Yeah.
That's got to be a liability issue. They don't even have any pads or nothing on it.
Liability issue.
Beautiful new gym, though, Riverton has. And expected to play there, but some busted pipes for Christmas. I don't know if I heard how long it sat there. Here's Troy Key in the paint. Off to Ferguson, another good dish. Brett's been finding him. He's got a couple of good assists here in this fourth quarter. busted pipes and sat there on the floor and ruined it. They had to come in and replace flooring, and they had to replace sheetrock in the bathrooms. I mean, they were about done.
Nightmare.
They were literally getting ready to hang up banners and stuff to be ready to go. And now here come the Trojans. Dump off backside. Ryder, the get and go. Trojans. This little bit of basketball here has been fun to watch for Girard. Almost makes up for the lackluster performance through a good portion of this thing. And Riverton's played well at times as well to try to force the Trojans into that tough play. All of a sudden, it's a 20-point game. Strange one. 3:01 to play in this ball game. Trojans suddenly lead by 20. A weird sport. Here's Muya. He'll cross over, slice through. Tons of contact. Lansford will sit down for the night.
Yep, that was the worst possible thing that could have resulted from that full court press for Riverton.
He'll foul out of this ball game with 9 points.
One of your best offensive players and scorers ends up one-on-one against Caleb Muya in no man's land under the basket.
Yep.
After the Trojans break that press.
Just trying to do what he could. See Caleb the free throw line to shoot 2. And he knocks down the first one. 11 fourth quarter points for Muya. 20 for the ball game. His average is 21.4. We can get right to that average here. This got his own rebound. Nope, Troike does. Off to Doherty. Doherty will put it up, and they're going to say a foul on the floor. And Carter will shoot 1 and 1. As now they're at 18 fouls. 18 fouls. 2:53 to play. 2:53 to play in this ball game. Trojans lead it by 21. Carter trying to add to that. Knocks down the front side of a 1 and 1. Score on the board matches the score on his chest, and he'll try to change that here from the free throw line. Nope, he liked it too much.
Yep.
It'll stay 55-33.
He loves coincidence.
Just Carter's first bucket of the ball game, first points of the ball game, but 2:45 to play. Here's Brown. Brown backing. Good defense by Carter, but a good shot by Brown, and a timeout going to be taken by the Rams.
Yeah, you definitely want to drag this thing out.
Timeout taken. We're back in 30. Trojans lead it by 20. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
.237 to play in this ball game. The Girard Trojans on top 55-35. Lady Trojans won earlier tonight, 56-23. We're back in action on Thursday as the Trojans head to Oswego to close out the regular season. Then have a week off and be in action on March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, hopefully, on the 3rd. Got to win on the 1st and the 2nd to play on the 3rd. The sub-state tournament from Frontenac. Here's a quick turnover by the Trojans. Elevate in the lane. That could have worked out much better for the Rams coming out of that timeout after making a 20-point ball game. Now it's down to 18. Pressure being applied. And Troike going to break that press, helped out by his teammates. Collins with it. Over to Goff and back around. Here's Collins. Trojans just trying to hold here for some time off the clock. Troike, Ethan, he'll pull the trigger on a 3, no good. Rebound Doherty. Carter needs to clear it and reset here for the Trojans. 2:02 to play. Ethan, drive, scoop with the right hand, good. Goff has just played some phenomenals. What you want, as much time and effort as he's put into it. He's got 14 in the ball game. Another 3 by Brown, no good. But Ethan playing in a senior season and down the stretch, you can't ask for much more from him, as he's led his team in scoring each of the last 3 ball games, including a 22-point performance the other night against Colgan. Some subs coming in for the Trojans. They'll break it here for Rigby Bourne. Up in front for Bruning. Back around Collins. Good dish. Oh, Zane Henderson. Oh, goodness gracious. A little spin behind the back, and they call the charge. You've been asking for it all night.
Oh, there it is.
Karma coming back to get you, because that would have been awesome. It's going to be back to the Rams here with 1:35 to play. Brown with it on the left side, guarded by Collins. Here's Comer. He'll pull the trigger on another three. That one he'll finally get to go down. He's got all 5 of their, no, he's got 5 points here in the fourth quarter, rather.
You think you're going to start fouling, stop the clock?
Oof. Timeout going to be taken by coach. Just trying to get across the timeline. Don't want the 10-second violation. It's a 30. They go to that 4-team sub-state now here in 4A2. Some that's going to be changing as new classifications come out for basketball. I'm not sure how that's going to change. Trojans will be 3A in football, and so if they go to that, it may go back to the more traditional 8-man sub-state, which is, I think, more complicated. You get to the new format now, you win 2 games, you're in the state tournament. You used to have a play-in game and then win 2 games to get in the state tournament. And so the Trojans have a very winnable sub-state. Again, I think both teams will end up playing Prairie View Gate teams in the first round. Lady Trojans will play on Thursday, March 1st. That's all going to be seeded on Saturday, and so we'll know that. Check our social media. We'll post those brackets as soon as they are available. But my contention, my guess is, I'm not a betting man, but I would say Trojans, they get 2 wins, each get wins over Prairie View, play Frontenac on their home court for a sub-state championship game and a chance to go to the state tournament in Emporia. One of probably the best venue in the state for state tournaments. Wide auditorium.
Oh, Hutch has got a pretty good venue too.
Yeah.
And I like the
Hutchinson's remodeled theirs though.
I like the Bicentennial Center.
Oh, Galena trying to give the Trojans an opportunity to win a CNC title, get a share of it as well. Galena leads 31-24 with 50 seconds to play in the third quarter. So again, if Galena upsets Colgan, the Trojans will get a share of the CNC title. Both teams being 4-1.
This one's going to wrap up way before that one, which is strange
because
the
we're
lows,
calling it.
Well, no, the lows, yeah. No, I mean, Coach Cheon likes to slow the game down, burn a lot of clock, limit the number of possessions. You'd think that game would be moving faster than this one, but maybe not. Maybe
Girls' game had a running clock for us too.
That's true. Maybe a lot of fouls in that game too.
Both of them good for Dylan Collins. Back to a 19-point contest. 56 seconds to play and a foul going to be called against the Trojans. They've remodeled that facility out in Hutchinson. They passed a sales tax initiative, in fact, to remodel that because the NJCAA said if you don't, we're moving our men's basketball tournament that had been there for 25 years. And they said, hey, we'll do it. They passed the sales tax and remodeled it, and they've got the NJCAA men's basketball tournament for another 25 years. It's pretty nice. I've toured it since it's been remodeled. It's beautiful. I mean, they did a nice job of it, but sometimes you put the shininess on them, it takes a little bit of look at this place, for instance, Josh. I mean, would this place be the same without its nostalgia?
Without the dank?
It's just these old gyms. I love them. They've got a shiny one over the other side. It's got that new car smell.
I'll let you know how I feel about it when the feeling comes back in my legs.
59-40. Trojans lead it here. 18.2 seconds to play, and foul going to be called against the Rams. And going to the free throw line to shoot 1-1 for Girard. Taylor Bruning, 5'8" junior, going to be at the stripe. I've been outside, Josh. I've been in here. The weather's not too bad.
Oh, I'm sure it's great.
About a 25-mile drive home.
It seems like every time we go on the road,
we've had some
great,
interesting ones.
Good conditions.
Bruning misses the first one. Second one's on the way. That one's no good off the back iron.
Like our detour through Montgomery County a couple weeks ago.
That's true. Roads were fine, except for the semi-truck that decided to block the entire thing.
Yeah.
On its side, on the right side. Rams with some subs in the ball game. Not even going to try to sort that out. And a scoop and shotgun. That kid would get mentioned on the radio if their numbers were in
any sort of order.
Yeah. 59-42, Trojans going to win it here. And again, we'll watch that here as we roll through the Evans Motors post-game show. We'll go get some scores and keep an eye on that one. But Galena, again, I think with an upset victory over Colgan, would make Colgan 4-1 to the Trojans, or Colgan 4-1 on the CNC schedule. The Trojans would be 5-1 now with this win here tonight, and so the one loss perhaps would give the Trojans an opportunity to win a share of a CNC title, and that'd be twice a night the Trojans have utilized a little help from somebody else to get a championship. Lady Trojans get a share of the CNC title on a three-way tie there with a 56-23 win over Riverton tonight and a 52-50 win by Colgan over Galena tonight, and so there's a three-way tie. Colgan, Galena, and Girard will share that CNC championship here tonight. Again, back in action coming up on Thursday. The Trojans travel to Oswego to take on the Indians. You'll be able to watch that game here on Girard Sports Live. We'll step away, take a quick break, come back, talk about this one on the Evans Motors post-game show. Evans Motors has been getting people on the road since 1935. Stop by the lot just south of Pittsburgh, and we'll see Nate and Eddie for a chance to get a test drive and get you in a vehicle that fits you and your family. Check out their online showroom at evansmotors.net. Final score here, Trojans win it 59-42. Lady Trojans won it earlier tonight, 56-23. We'll talk about them next on the Evans Motors postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes. Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
This is Girard Sports Live.
back out here, the Girard Trojans wrapping things up here in the CNC on the year for this one as the Trojans win on the boys' side, 59-42, here over the Riverton Rams. Trying to get some help from the Colgan Panthers, or actually the Galena Bulldogs. Trojans are 4-1, now 5-1 in the CNC, but over in Galena, the Bulldogs, at the last check, were up on the Colgan Panthers. Galena is 3-2. That would make them 4-2. It would make Colgan 5-1 and the Trojans 5-1. So if they can get a win, if Galena can knock off the Colgan Panthers, Trojans will get a share of the CNC title on the boys' side. Lady Trojans did that earlier tonight as they got a win 56-23 and then got help from Colgan beating Galena. So kind of the inverse of things there. But the Trojans get the win here on the boys' side, 59-42. Take a look at your final stats, brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living, allowing seniors to remain active and enjoying their daily lives in a worry-free, stress-free environment. Stop by and see Kathy and Gerard to learn more about what Westridge Assisted Living has to offer your loved ones. First up for the Riverton Rams, one player in double figures. That was Carter Brown. He had 11 for the Rams, 9 points for Bailey Lanesford, 7 points for Travis Comer. And other than that, for them, 3 points from Carson Stockley, 3 points from Bryce Johnson, 2 points from Matt Teal, and then 1 point for Max Morrow. After they cleared the bench, they probably ended up playing 16 or 17 guys in this ball game. They played 13 in their regular rotation, and I had a heck of a time trying to keep track with that, Coach. But
that's good for you.
I did my best. For the Trojans, leading them tonight, Caleb Muya, 20 points, including in this ball game. He went 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Really nice performance from him down the stretch, including in the fourth quarter. And the Trojans kind of blew things open. 10 points from Ryder Whirl in double figures in this ball game, and then 14 points from Ethan Goff for the Trojans. Other than that, 5 points from Dylan Collins, 5 from Evan Troike, 3 from Brett Ferguson, and 1 from Carter Dory. There's your final stats, brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living. Time to talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Ron Westcott. His interview is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Coach, just kind of one of those games you got to get through here tonight. The atmosphere less than what you would want to have late in the season, but bring your lunch pail, do what you need to do. Riverton's got a good team. Again, they throw a lot of guys at you, a lot of things at you, but you guys kind of went through that little doldrums and came out on the other side with a little bit of explosion in the fourth quarter and cruised to victory. Overall, your thoughts on this ball game, and congratulations on a good win.
I was glad to see our kids not get down tonight.
Yep.
I thought that, even though, we weren't playing our best, they kept playing, kept trying hard, and I thought our ball movement in the fourth quarter was a lot better.
Yep.
I didn't feel like we moved the ball very well for the first half and really the third quarter either. I thought we had too much dribble and not enough pass. Part of that's due to guys not being open when they need to be open. But, in the fourth quarter, I thought our guys had a little bit more pop in them and got some better looks. Thought we shared the ball a little better in the fourth. In that first half, I thought we had some pretty good opportunities that we didn't take advantage of, some 2-on-1s and things when we should have gave it up and probably didn't. And then we got some good looks that we didn't finish too in that first half. So a lot of things we still got to work on. We still got time. Got another week and a half or so here before sub-state, but short turnaround. We'll get right back after it Thursday night.
Yeah, one of the things Brad was worried about is getting into a ball game that you feel like you're overmatched. You match up better with them than you probably do a lot of teams with Riverton coming into this ball game and playing down to their style, then maybe learning some bad habits along the way. You feel like you kind of escaped that. I know at times maybe matched their level of play, but then snapped out of that.
Yeah, I think defensively they're doing some good things.
Yep.
They get after you defensively and get out and deny a little bit on the wing and just kind of keep you guessing defensively. So they're doing some good things with their kids. The kids are playing hard and they got some kids that can shoot it too. I thought we did a pretty good job on the big kid. Boy, he started out and had the first 4 points of the game, and I thought, oh boy, here we go. We're going to pound it to him. But I thought Brett did a pretty good job on him after that. Carter come in and give us some good minutes on him. Guys got up, and something that goes unnoticed a lot of time is just defending that guy that's passing the ball in. And I thought our guys got up and kind of made it tough on them to get the ball to him because I really think they were trying to go to him quite a bit more than what they were able to get. But got to give the guys credit for that. So, we got to keep getting better. When we stop getting better, season's going to be over. So when we want to keep getting better, and hopefully we can learn some things and watch a little film. And every time we play, we can learn something.
Did you talk any about the outside chance of the CNC title? I know Brad was kind of watching that on the girls' side. They got some help. You guys might be doing a little bit of good living right now. 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Galena's up on Colgan 44-38. If they get that win, outside shot, did that come into the conversation all this week as you prepare for this ball game?
I heard the guys talk about it.
You didn't. You didn't, but they did.
No, I heard the guys actually asked me about it. But we got to worry about ourselves right now and what happens with them. I wish them both good luck down the stretch. Neither one of them are in our sub-state, so I want them both to come out and play well and be healthy, and may the better team win.
The old ball coach, for sure. Congratulations on another great win. Get going on Thursday and close out this regular season. Get going for sub-state.
All right, thanks, BJ.
Hey, coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott joining us here on the Evans Motors post-game show. The Trojans win it here on the boys' side, 59-42. Over the Riverton Rams. Player of the game brought to you by Brokop Construction, where they specialize in new home construction. To learn more or to get a free estimate, call Matt Brokop at 620-687-2381. Again, Caleb Muya, 20 points, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, are a Brokop Construction player of the game. That's going to do it for us here tonight from Riverton as the Girard Trojans do get the win. Trojans move to 14-5 on the season, 5-1 in the CNC. Lady Trojans won earlier tonight as well. They moved to 12-7 on the year and 4-2 in the CNC, and they are co-champs of the CNC. Trojan men hoping to have the same thing happen for them as looking for Galena to get an upset over Colgan. Right now, Galena with 1:59 to go in the fourth quarter, up by 10, 50-40. So the Trojans might just get that luck. We'll see if that happens just down the road in Galena. If we hurry up and get in the car, we can run down there and watch, Josh. We'll see. Probably not going to happen. Headed home. Appreciate your time as always. Thanks for joining us here tonight. We'll be back again on Thursday. Todd Bryans will be there. We will too. You're watching it here on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Augustine sets the feet, fire three. Good!
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Brumback Service Center, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Peony, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust of Girard, Evans Motors, Exchange State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, Fort Scott Community College, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Canar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Medical Lodges Girard, Norris Outdoor, Pearls and Curls Boutique, Producers Co-op Farm Store, Producers Cooperative Association, TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance, and Westridge Assisted Living.
Off to Hanson. Hanson, he'll drive. Libya, little runner with the right hand. Good, and a foul. Libya Hanson gets the bucket and the foul.
This is Girard Sports Live.